So anyway, where have you been?
Well, today I was at work, but that's been most places where I've been gone.
Oh, look at your
Or,
hair.
huh?
Look at your hair.
Oh yeah, I
You
had
know,
it.
you know we're on YouTube, right? So don't be flashing your peenie.
No, no, I got on the Batman underwear, so I'm safe. But no, I it was either work late. It was working later than normal, or somebody wanted a massage. Like, oh, I need a massage now at 4:30. Like, fuck.
Oh,
So
well, shit happens.
yeah,
Yeah, so oh, I should put on Twitter we are
yeah.
we talk.
Where, where's Toppy? Where's Toppy at? Is is he? I'm not on the thing yet. I have to log back in. Is is he on?
No, I don't see him yet. In the chat room.
Oh,
Nope.
oh well.
How dare he have a life? Apparently,
Oh,
Dave, I invited you on Google Plus. Get on Google Plus. He's
mhm.
apparently saw Jim, and he was naked, naked.
Oh, he's naked.
NEKKID, naked.
That's right. Get it old Texas way, naked. How did you? Hey, how's your? How did your trip go out here after you saw me in Tucson?
Oh, good, good. I was tired by the time I went home. My father wears me out. He wants to do like something every day, and it's like, dude, I'm on vacation. Like, but I enjoy it, you know.
Yeah, your father was pretty cool. He's a talker too.
Oh yeah, he's good for that. He beats me out in that because I am just not the conversation. Like I talk more on here
Uh huh.
in one night than I talk all week.
Man.
Literally, because I am not a person that like chit chats, especially with people at work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
there's at least three employees here that I've never even said more than good morning to
oh wow.
because I'm not like overly friendly at work. You know what I mean? Not that I don't like them. It's just that like
Mhm.
I'm not one for small talk.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be at work. I mean, as long as you're cordial and to everybody, you don't have to do any of that.
Yeah,
I prefer.
I think people are afraid of me there.
Well, I'm at work. I'd prefer not to hang out with people from work
Exactly.
unless we have something else in common because you know what happens. You hang out
Oh
with some people from work, and it's all they want to talk about is work.
yeah.
And I,
Not only that, I don't want my personal life at work. And
yeah,
like I originally like you noticed that I changed names. Get into that. I changed everybody over to my old name on Facebook.
yeah,
I'll get into that in a minute. But the original reason why I started the G Bear one
yeah.
is because of the podcast.
Hmm.
Because there was one specific woman at work who I said to her when she tried to friend me on Facebook. It was back in the beginning of Facebook. You
Uh
know,
huh.
being Italian, I'm talking with my hands. Uh, at the beginning of Facebook, like when I first like joined up on Facebook,
Yeah.
um, there was one woman in particular who I knew just loves to run her mouth. I mean, she's a sweetheart and I love her dearly, but she doesn't know the Like, she doesn't have social editing. Like, she's not good at editing herself. And I said specifically to her, I'm going to friend you.
Hmm.
But there's one thing you got to remember: when what goes on Facebook stays on Facebook. I don't want to hear you talk mentioning something at work. Blah 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 blah. All right. So there was this one girl who I don't like that worked there for quite a while,
Uh huh.
and she used to wear this one hideous dress. It was the most god awful. I mean, it looked straight out of the '60s. It was like one of those wraparound dresses.
Yeah.
You know
Okay.
what I
I know what
mean?
you're talking about. Yep.
And it was like these like the that I don't know what it is. avocado green and black
Ugh.
and pink, and it was just like this swirly. It was the most hideous dress. Well, I took a picture. She walked by me, and I sat on the end. So she walked by the one day, and I quick took a picture of the back of her, and
Uh-huh.
I posted it on Facebook. I said, "Now I know where my grandmother's shower curtain went to."
Oh God.
Right?
Yeah.
Not an hour later, one of the guys from the office comes into our area and says, "Oh, that was really funny, that picture on Facebook that you posted." How did you see that picture on Facebook? Oh, Diane showed it to me.
Ugh.
Oh, that's not her name, but anyway, I was just like, didn't I just go through that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the reason I
But
didn't
but
originally,
you told it to a woman.
right? But
Dave's
she's
right.
always been like, I'm one, like, I just say shit like that other people probably wouldn't or shouldn't say. I just tend to just blab, like, say stuff like, like one girl at work, she said something about about, because I used to yell at her for talking over like, she would yell like 3 aisles back over my head. And I finally just said to her, I said, "That is so rude."
Mhm.
And she was like she would stand there and do her work yelling to somebody sitting behind me.
Wow.
And I was like, "That's so rude." And she was like, "What?" I said, "You're screaming across the room to have a conversation. Are you just mad because I'm speaking Spanish?" I said, "Don't pull that shit on me." I said, "You don't understand. It's not I don't like Spanish people. I don't like you. So don't get that whole thing confused and make everybody else here think I don't like Spanish people." And then she said I was being rude by saying that. I was like, "You called me out. You called me out in front of everybody. So no, I'm not the one being rude. I'm the one defending myself. You're the one being rude. So don't even try that crap." But
Yeah.
and to this day, I don't even like. I pass her, like, she'll be coming in. I'll be standing outside, and she'll walk right by me, and I don't even say good morning. I can't stand her.
Wow.
She's such a big troublemaker. And after that, everybody started realizing what a troublemaker she was.
Oh, see, that's what I
She's bringing
drama. That's
people.
just drama. I can't handle that.
Well, she's been there about 8 years now. Her one son has issues. He's not like retarded or anything, but he's like he has learning issues
Autism.
and stuff like that. Well, okay, the kid's in high school now, but originally, like, she couldn't come in before like 8:30,
Hmm.
even though everybody else comes in at 6 o'clock because of her son. Well, okay,
Okay.
now the kid's in freaking high school and driving a car. So why are you still coming in at 8:30?
Yeah.
And I called her out on that, and she was like, "Why is that any of your business?" I said, "Yeah, you know what? You're right." I turned around and walked away, but I was just like, "Fuck you." But
Man.
anyway, the reason I changed everybody back on Facebook is because it just got to the point where it was like I was posting the same shit on both names. I was like, "This is just stupid." So I decided, you know what? I'm just going to move everybody back, and almost everybody is already moved back. And whoever isn't moved by tomorrow, I'm just assuming doesn't want to remain friends with me, which is fine. I'm good with that. So,
Hmm.
90% of the people I had on the Jeep Bear name are now on my other name.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just kind of leery on whether I want to, because I'm friends with my parents on there and my sisters and brothers.
Yeah.
I'm leery. Do I want to post a podcast there?
Yeah. Post it there.
Did they know you do one?
No.
Well,
Ew.
I'm sure it wouldn't bother your
It's
father.
not.
I mean,
I mean, my
he was
family. My
cool.
family is no. I'm out since I was like 14 years old, so that's not the issue. I just don't know if I want, like, some of the stuff we talk about. Do I really want them to know that much about my life? You know what I mean?
Well, what I took from your father when I
I
met
don't
him,
want to have to edit myself on here. Is my point.
well, I mean, you shouldn't have to edit. I don't think it would bother your father at all.
Uh, I don't. I think any parent would be bothered by some of this stuff we talk about. So I don't care who
Oh,
they are,
Oh,
liberal they are.
no, yeah, but see, this show, it really is you. and you have a lot of people that enjoy you,
Right.
and the basically what goes on is really a lot of free thinking.
Yeah, yeah, I know, but I
You
mean,
ought to admire that.
I'm talking about like the conversations about going to the bookstore and uh,
Do they know what the bookstore is?
I probably I worked
So
at
then they
one.
know that son's a whore.
And the whole concept of like open relationships and things like that. Regardless of how liberal somebody is, like things that are outside of your realm tend to be a bit more shocking than you know
Mhm.
what I mean.
If it bothers you that much, then no, don't post
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I
Well,
agree with
what I
Dave.
was thinking about is putting my family in a group
And
and
just block that from them.
just when I post it, you know how it gives you the ability to where you want to post it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
friends, public, just post it to friends and not,
yeah,
you know what I mean. But then
yeah.
I also don't want them to feel slighted either. So I'm thinking just leave it off Facebook because like people will see my posts on Twitter
you said you didn't want him to feel slated. Is that what you said?
slighted.
Slighted.
Slighted. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And not only that, it's like I mean, really, more than likely, the majority of the people that download it do know me in the group for Pride 48. So I'll just post it there and on Twitter.
Hmm.
You know what I mean, and leave it at that, and Google Plus.
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe eventually I'll have a drunk night and I'll forget, and that'll be the end of that. Drunker than usual.
Oh man.
But I've been busy this weekend. That Jim now that Jim's gone.
What have you been doing?
No, no. Honestly, we have in our hallway. We had a new heater put in last year. If you remember that whole thing, that
Yep.
fiasco. Well, it wasn't. Was it last year? No, it was 2 years ago. Anyway, in order to put the heater in, the size of the heater that we wanted, they couldn't put it the way the other one was because they couldn't access the where they go in to fix things
Okay.
and do maintenance. So he had to turn it the other way. Well, that stuck it out about 3 inches beyond the door. Okay. So what I
Hey.
had to do was I brought the now, and there's also a knob, which is about a half inch. So it's almost 3.5, almost 4 inches. So what I had to do was but bring the doorway out, like basically put a skeleton around, 2x4s, and bring it out like 4 inches. And then that, but the thing is, that kind of blocks the entrance to the hallway from the living room.
Hmm.
So now the hallway, the entrance, the walkway between the living room and the hallway is now like 24 inches wide.
What's on the other side of the furnace? What's on the other side of that wall?
The dining room, which is too small to change.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but I mean, it worked out. I mean, the heater's there; it's not moving. So
Hmm.
I mean, I butted it out, and you know, it's all. The only thing that needs to be put on now is the door and paint. So I did that today. I'm working on this,
Oh wow.
so that's. I'm going to try and get it done for Pride 48. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but and I'm also doing a rug. I'm going to see if I can find it on Facebook. But a rug in our bathroom's completely done except for this rug. So yeah, and so you know what? No, it was on my Twitter. But I know it's terrible. I can't even remember where I put shit.
Goodness, Gavin.
But this rug is very. It takes a long time to do. Here, I'm gonna. It's gonna open image and new tab. Okay. I'm gonna post it in the chat room. You got to look at the. There's a bunch of pins in it.
Yeah.
And okay, this is half of what the rug's going to be.
Oh wow,
See where all the,
that looks like a bunch of snakes, dude.
right. You see where all the pins are?
Yeah.
Okay, wherever two pieces of that coil meet, I have to stitch together
Ooh.
by hand. So that's a lot of sewing.
Jeez, how long is that gonna take you to do?
Well, I did a lot of it this morning. All I have left is probably about an eighth of it. Maybe about like 12 or 13 more like places I have to stitch.
Yeah.
So, and then I have to do the other half of it. So, and then stitch the two together.
Okay.
So, but it's a good size. It's going to be like, for when you get out of the bathtub.
Yeah.
And I had made these before. I made some for Annie Vera for Christmas, and I made trivets for my house. They're about, maybe the size of a plate, and you put them on the table and you put hot pots on top of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all made out of nylon. It's nice. But it's nice because you can just pick the whole thing up and throw it in the washer, and it's because it's made out of nylon, it gets white again. So,
Wow.
yeah. But it'll look neat, and then I'll post some before and after pictures of the bathroom because the bathroom was so hideous. Now it looks so nice. But I did like pretty much except for the putting in the sink. I pretty much did all the work myself. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's nice. It came out very well. I'm very happy with it. But
Mm-hmm.
um, but I mean that's the shit I've been doing. Plus now tomorrow I have to mow the lawn because I put down. I'm getting obsessive compulsive about my lawn since I started doing it myself. I put down weed and feed a couple weeks ago, and then last week I put down Grub X because I have a bunch of barren spots.
Yep.
So I had to let the weed and feed work for about a week because I watered it like every day to get that going. Hey, we RT Cruiser, we have porn.
Yeah.
Yay!
RT Cruiser, do you want to come on the show? So now and the week before I put down the weed and feed, I had sprayed the whole lawn with moss out, which
Yeah.
gets rid of the moss. And then like after that took hold, I had to rake all the moss out.
Yeah.
So now the grass is starting to grow back in where the moss was.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have the only thing left to get rid of. I don't know why they can't find something that does all of this shit, but it doesn't. Is the clover. So everywhere the grass was, there was no grass because the now there's clover starting to grow. So I have to get rid of the clover now. So I got to buy all that shit now.
Man. Oh, Toppy's in the room finally.
Oh yay!
Yay!
RT said if you can connect to him, sure he'll get on.
I already sent you a invite on Google Plus. So and I just sent Toppy one also. So
I'm taking a vacation in like 2 weeks.
oh good. Where are you going?
Well, my friend Keith, who lives in Columbus, Ohio, is flying down to Phoenix. He's never been to anywhere in the desert Southwest except for Sky Harbor International Airport on his way to somewhere else.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, well, yeah, you hadn't been here. So he's coming down here. I'm drive to Palm Springs and stay in, be in that area for like 4 days.
Right.
And then he's dying to go to Vegas too. He's never been in Las Vegas.
Oh wow.
So we're gonna go to Vegas for 3 days and hang out there and stay at Paris.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And then he's gonna fly back because he's got to do some other stuff too. So I'm kind of excited. I hadn't seen him in like 5 years.
Oh wow. That's nice. See, I wish I had the time to do that. I would love to take a trip that like just go to the West Coast
Mm-hmm.
and just do like Palm Springs, San Diego,
Mm-hmm.
Go up and down, like maybe drive down the coast. What is
Yep.
it? Coast Highway? What's it called?
It's the Pacific Coast Highway.
That's a Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah.
So that would be fun. But maybe, well, I have, let me see, 15, 16, 4 more years I'll get 4 weeks of vacation. So
You see, I got
when we
six,
get to 20 years, we get 4 weeks. So
20 years.
What?
I think when we
yep,
get to
I know.
we when we get to 15, we get 4 weeks. So
Oh, okay.
I've got 4 more years.
We start with one, and then every year they add one until you get to 3 weeks, and then you have to wait till your 20th year to get your fourth week.
Hmm.
So,
Okay.
and I've been there 16 years, so I got 4 more years before I get my fourth week. I'll probably be dead by then, but
Oh, whatever.
actually, by then I retire. I hope to be like 5 years from retirement. So,
Goodness. Hey, how you doing, RT and Toppy? What?
Hello.
hola,
It's cold.
hola,
Let me-
senor and senorita. I'm gonna let you guys choose who.
I know who Senorita is.
So, what do you guys all think about the Kathleen Jenner?
Oh, Caitlin.
Caitlyn, that's it. Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, I think I don't have a problem with it. You know, I think I think it's cool. You know, I'm fine with it. The problem that I do have, and I um, got into it with a friend of mine back home in Texas. Go figure. Is that he has a problem with now Caitlyn Jenner, but he doesn't seem to have a problem. And I say seem because he doesn't make it clear. He doesn't seem to have a problem with this Duggar guy or whatever.
The Duggar guy.
Duggar, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, everybody's good at justifying their own nonsense. So.
Well, I think it's bullshit.
What do you think is bullshit?
Why now?
Oh.
Because he's had the money to go through this, for how long? He was a gold medalist in what, the 70s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been a millionaire ever since then.
Yeah.
And now it's like all of a sudden, my whore wife and my whore stepdaughters have a reality TV show, and we're making more money.
Yeah. Now, I mean, now, before you go into it, I'm just gonna remind people that the concept that I personally find it ludicrous to think that to prescribe to the concept that somebody is going to go through a sex change to get a reality show. I'm sorry. I just
It hasn't gone all the way through yet. Has not cut the twigs and berries off yet.
No, I know that. Well, most of them don't.
Not going to either.
That's very not unusual. So, I mean, to base it on that, I'm sorry. Like, no.
Yeah, Daddy Dave, I totally get your suspicion or what you're thinking, and I get that. The thing is, people who transition it often doesn't happen till very late in their lives because they're so concerned about, I don't want to offend my ex-wife. I don't want to ruin the relationship with my children. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And so they wait and they wait and they wait, and then finally they make the move.
Yeah, but see, that's another thing too. All the ex-wives knew.
Yeah, they all knew. That's right. They all knew.
And they were accepting of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris is the only one that said, this blindsided me. He's like, bitch, you knew when you married him.
Yeah, that was
I find it hard to believe that it was such a secret. That
it wasn't a
all
secret
these other
because
people knew about it. Like, why did nobody ever hear about it?
she knew about it. She didn't get blindsided. She's just trying to play the victim card. No, she knew about it.
Well, I mean, the whole family's, let's face it, the whole family's fucked up, and we'll just start from that premise.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, like, I mean, you got to look at it from both sides. You can either think that she is going through the change to get a reality show, or you could say, well, she decided to do what she wanted to do, and if she can make some money off of doing a reality show, God bless her.
Oh yeah, that's
So, I
true.
mean, there's two ways of looking at it. So, and the concept of waiting, everybody has their own journey.
Yeah, but it could also be
I
that
know many
it's
people,
just one way to get a divorce from that bitch.
I know many, yeah, well, that's true too. I know many people that in this day and age are still in the closet, married with children.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh
so
yeah.
grown children that have moved out, and everybody's got their own journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess one thing I'll add to it is this is going to be the first introduction a lot of people have to a transition like this, and the thing is, this guy has a shitload of money, and he does have these reality TV shows, and he's going to get a lot of deals. God knows how much money he was paid for that interview with Diane Sawyer,
Oh
or
yeah,
whoever it
and the
was.
Cosmo cover.
There was a huge amount of money transacted there. The Vanity Fair magazine. Come on, how do you get Annie Leibovitz to do your photo? Well, you got to have a lot of cash moolah on hand.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the thing is, for most people who transition, they ain't got a lot of dough. So this is not exactly, this is the primo scenario. You want to transition and you're fucking rich up the wazoo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you can do all this shit. For most people who transition, they can't even afford their fucking hormones to get boobies. That's how bad it is.
And he's
Yeah,
still
that
against gay rights, and he's against and he said he's still gonna be a Republican.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are many gay Republicans, so I mean, whatever, whether we agree with them or not, they have their right to be that way. I totally get that.
Yeah.
Now, but the thing is to even though, like, a lot of people are kind of down, well, oh, lucky him, he's got tons of money, it's easy, his life is easy, this, that, and the other thing. But you got to remember, when somebody of this celebrity status does something like this and brings it into the light of day where it's in front of people that never really thought about it before, anytime there's exposure to a thing, it makes acceptance of the thing easier. Especially when it's somebody that, like, you looked up to as a child, or I mean, the whole concept of gay rights in general. I'm not even equating trans rights with gay rights, but the thing is, the concept of gay rights, the more people that came out, the easier it got to come out, because now it's to the point where everybody knows somebody that's gay. It would be hard to find a person in the United States that doesn't know at least one gay person. And the more exposure and the more they see we have the same lives as they do. You know what I mean? And we get up every morning and our gay agenda is what's for breakfast and feeding the dog and putting her out to shit. You know what I mean? That's the more it makes it easier for people. Not that I loathe the word what's that word? I don't want to say acceptance. There's a word that everybody uses. What was that?
Tolerance.
Yeah, gay tolerance to gays. Well, I don't want to be tolerated. You know what I mean? I find that offensive in itself. But the thing is, the more exposure there is for people that don't know to see that we're just like everybody else, the easier life gets for everybody. And by her coming out and being, like, basically, not everybody knows a trans person, but now everybody's exposed to it. You know what I mean? And she's not the best example, I'll give you that.
You got that right.
Probably as batshit crazy as the rest of the bitches, but the point is the exposure and just if she's going to do a reality show about her transition, and they handle it right, it could be a godsend for trans people.
Yeah, but see, that's just the thing. It's on the E network. Have you seen some of the reality shows on that station?
I don't, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, definitely, I see your point. Yeah, but the
Honestly,
thing is,
it,
still
it
exposure is exposure. You know.
oh yeah, but still, chances are it's gonna start out all nice and serious, then it's gonna get to be just wacky bullshit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I did
And
watch the other
and
night.
that sucks when you got a gay man leading it,
Yeah.
because Andy Cohen
Andy
basically runs
Cohen.
everything at E.
Yeah, he's a bit of a cunt too, but
Yeah,
I don't know him personally, but I've heard.
yeah.
But
No, my only issue with it was the amount of photoshopping. You know, oh, this is my true self. Well, it's not, because it's
well,
not going to look anything like she's going to look when she goes out in public.
but if you watch the video, it's really not that much photoshopping.
Really?
There's a
It's
video.
just 5 pounds of makeup.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
sure. Well, I mean, come on, it's Vanity Fair. I mean, what
Yeah.
what what cover has not been photoshopped and you know airbrushed and that's part of the game. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing.
Oh, I'd expect some, but
You know,
that was just,
I mean, now they airbrush right on the people, so
Yeah.
so I mean, and they do it and they walk out in public. So I mean, it's let's face it. Not that I'm not saying trans is drag. Okay, well, I'm not saying that. I know the difference, but look at drag queens. I mean, they've got an eighth of an inch of makeup on their face when they walk out the door. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the difference between that and airbrushing? So
Yep.
Yeah, he was Caitlin was able to afford the very best hairstylist, the very best makeup
and
artist.
the hair still didn't look that great, but yeah,
Actually, I when I saw the vanity cover, I was like so impressed. I just went, "Holy effing shit!" Because I've seen the photos and the videos before, and I never thought this guy is just never going to be a pretty woman. I'm sorry.
I didn't think so either.
When I saw the vanity cover, oh my god!
Although I will say that I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong. If somebody ever gets to see him in person, I can't imagine him not looking like a hot mess.
No.
Sorry.
Look, this was a photo session by professionals. Of
Yeah.
course, he looked magnificent.
Yeah,
I want to.
I've
I want to
known,
know. Go ahead.
I've known many trans people that I literally didn't know were trans.
Hmm.
You know.
I want to know what drag queen taught him how to do that tuck.
Oh,
Yeah, right. Well, we don't know what he was working with to begin with. It may not
Yeah,
be
true.
tucking going on. So.
have you seen the photo going around of the backside of Vanity Fair?
Oh yeah, I saw
Oh
that.
yeah.
no, I didn't see that. What photo?
Somebody in the chat room, please see if you can find the backside of Vanity Fair.
that was from that.
Google that real easy.
It was from the Ace Ventura Pet Detective movie.
Oh, the
that's
first
it?
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to hear more of what Mags has to say. Mags is in the chat room, and he has a different perspective, I think, than maybe what's been heard here. Can you come? Can you come on, Mags? Can you do that?
I have to hold on.
He may not want to. I don't know.
Mm. But I remember
I don't know his.
years ago, I was watching.
What name does he go under?
I'm not sure.
you know,
On Google Plus.
If you could, Max, if you. That's all right. We all ramble too. So,
Yeah.
Max,
Wow.
type your Google Plus name on in the chat room so I can whatever name you're under Google Plus, so I can bring you on the call.
RT, what did you say?
I was going to say, I remember some of the girls at lunch at work had one of the Kardashian shows on. And I was watching it going, why is like Glenn Close just standing around in the background? I had no idea who it was. Thought it was an ugly woman back then.
See, a lot of things are like different in different countries too. So Oh, does anybody watch Penny Dreadful?
Dreadful. Chuck and I do. We just haven't watched it yet. We're
Oh,
gonna binge watch.
You have to see the last episode. Oh my god, so good.
Oh yeah,
Everybody gets laid. Let's just put it that way.
Do what?
Almost everybody gets laid.
Oh hell yeah!
Wow.
Including the cross-dress, the drag queen and the rich guy.
Oh
They
nice.
finally do it. I was surprised to see who the drag queen was. I didn't recognize the person
Mm-hmm.
because he had lost a lot of weight from the last movie I saw, the last series I saw him in. He did. Trying to think. He played it was a period piece. It was a series about. He was a vampire and he was like doing the Tesla thing.
The Tesla coil thing?
Yeah. I'm trying. He was like trying to create that kind of energy where I forget what is it, direct current or I don't remember.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Well, you play one on TV.
Yeah. But what else was he in? He played. If you saw him, you'd be like totally amazed. Let me see if I can find out.
Okay. Mag says he thinks he's Matthew Ullman on Google Plus.
Oh, okay. I think the idea of putting it in the chat room so we didn't say his real name online, but that's okay.
I don't know. I don't think Mag is. I don't think he's guarding against that.
Oh, okay, I got it. I know, I just didn't know, so I just invited him.
Well, have you seen Vikings?
I haven't seen it to the end.
Oh, that is just one hot thing after another.
Oh yeah, well, chronically. Yeah. Where the fuck is he? Shit, I can't find him. Oh. Nope. Not him. I can't find it. I can't remember, but if you saw the actor, you'd be like, "Oh no, really? That's him?" Like, but it's so good. The last episode was so good, and I'm sitting at work while I'm working watching this. Okay,
I see how it goes.
almost everybody's
All right.
taken. So, it was actually kind of funny.
Let's see here.
Anyway, I don't want to spend a lot of time doing that. You there, Mags? Hi.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Can't hear you, though. Can't hear you.
Yeah, check your volume.
Are you on mute? I feel like I'm hearing you. I feel like I'm hearing you through your computer and not your.
Yeah, not your headset.
I blew out my computer. I bet
You know what? You're on mute. I think you're on mute.
No, I hear something.
I can hear something, but it's very faint.
Go to the top of the screen and where it says, see if it says mute microphone. Top of the video screen. I still can't hear you. You might have to set your You might have to set your preference.
Simon Russell Beale?
Yes. You have to look up other pictures of him because
One sec.
you've seen him in other shows. He's actually pretty hot, but he must have lost a huge amount of weight to be on this role.
Oh, does that work?
Oh, now you
Oh,
got
there
that.
you go.
There we go.
Yeah, there you are.
Would you have to set
I-
your preferences? Oh no,
I
that's
I unplugged everything and blew up my computer, and I forgot that
no, that's
I
not
have
him.
an old life cam and it has a mic on it. For some reason, it likes it as the default.
Yeah.
So
No, you sound good. So, Mags, would I be terribly wrong, Mags, if you had the money that Caitlin has, wouldn't you have? You would have done things differently, perhaps, if you had that kind of money. Isn't that a huge obstacle?
well, I'd rather just have a magical button and push it and have a whole new body. But yeah, if I had, God, he must be worth like what 10 or 20 million. I think I could handle that.
Yeah, but the thing, one of, at least one of the things, not it's not the whole thing, but one of the things that's prevented you from making any moves is you ain't got the money.
Well, that will be a eternal problem. I'm also on prescription meds, so I'm really afraid of taking any hormones or anything like that because, unfortunately, it's a very progressive town. But that's only said that if you really believe in something and you push it till people are annoyed with you, you'll eventually get things done. And I've given up hope on my doctor about 2 years ago, so I can't even get him to look at my medication dose. I've been on maximum dosage of meds for 40 years. It's like,
Goodness.
can I just have like a week? Can maybe like drop one? So, yeah, there's a few reasons I haven't done it. Mainly medical problems is the big one, but if I had the chance, that would have been done quite a long time ago. I imagine. I did mention this when they had the Diane Sawyer interview, which I thought was actually one of the more civil interviews I've seen. They never really did get to. They didn't get too. I'm trying to too outrageous with it. They kept it pretty calm, and they kept it pretty much, yeah, this is the topic, and we're not going to sensationalize it.
Well, they treat him with the dignity that he deserved, or she deserved. I'm sorry, but still, it's why now when you could have done it all this time before.
Yeah, that seems to be Daddy Dave's concern. Is like, what about this timing?
Well, did he feel that he wasn't ready or something, or what?
Well,
Is that the case?
well, I think it was probably. I think he had the celebrity to actually come. I think what he was waiting for, because he's been transitioning since the 80s. If you watch that, I mean, he was taking breast growth and all that like back in the 80s. So it wasn't that he just, oh, now I'm going to do it and did it all at once. It's been something he's been doing for a long time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because that's something that Diane Sawyer asked him. It's like, well, how big are they or whatnot? And what the hell is going on here?
But
What?
Somebody's trying to introduce me as somebody in Second Life, and they're gone. I see a little floating name tag, and I don't see a damn thing. So, nice to meet you, Casper. Now, where are you? So,
just because,
but yeah,
they following you back into.
But I think because he's been getting a lot more paparazzi attention the past couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just got to the point where, and like we said, we've known before this interview that he was going to have that she was going to have a series. We knew that before the interview. I think what it may have been, the way I was looking at it, was kind of a damage control. Because if they went straight from, here's Bruce Jenner, to here's Caitlyn or here's, if they didn't have any preamble to it where it was just boom, here's one, boom, here's two. I think the paparazzi might have had a field day with that, because all the story we knew about this was what they had told us. We hadn't heard anything from Bruce until that point. So I think it came down to, we want to do this, but we don't want it to be, I don't think he wants it to be as sensational as the Kardashian shows have been. I think he wants to have it, I've never seen a Kardashian show, I walked in a couple I've looked and I've turned around and walked out because I've heard what it's like, and I just...
That's kind of my exposure to it.
Yeah,
Me too.
me too. That's most people's exposure that I know of to Kardashians.
Well,
is
somebody's got to be watching it because it's still in the air. So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's somebody's watching it.
Yeah, it's RT.
Yeah, RT, fill us in on all the Kardashians.
Oh no, they're a bunch of skanky hoes.
There you go, folks.
Yeah, you could judge that just by the cast photo, so that worked.
Yeah.
But I think if you watch the interview, and if what they're looking for in the show is what he presented in the interview, I think they were trying to set the stage for, yes, this is Bruce. Yes, unfortunately, he's known for the Kardashians. Yes, he's doing a show. But no, this is not the same person you've seen on that show. And yeah, like you said, it's not going to be on a network known for putting out quality programming. But I think he is going to try and tone it down a bit. I think it's going to be more of not the shock of transitioning. They already did that with the cover. Now it's just how somebody who has dealt with paparazzi for 2, 3, 4 years, has dealt with one of the most screwed up reality TV people, tries to go out and start over again. So
Right.
it will be sensational with as much paparazzi.
Otherwise, it's not. Unfortunately, the way our society seems to be, and it annoys me to no end, but apparently that's what sells. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. And there's just on the nature of it, there's going to be some. You're not. If they showed the clip of when he went to his was the shaving. I can't remember what it's called.
The shaving.
Adam's apple shaving. When they shaved on Adam's apple.
Yeah, whatever. It begins with a T, but I can't remember what it's called. They actually had the video where they showed him. I think a paparazzi cameraman showed him. They had gotten hold of the date he was supposed to go in for it, and there were like 20 people waiting outside for him. He had to actually cancel it and reschedule it later because he just couldn't bring himself to face them anymore. And like I said, I think that's the whole reason they did the interview. They just wanted the new show to...
Okay, well, he couldn't bring himself to face the paparazzi. Is that what you're saying?
He better get used to it, man.
Well, he had... This was like one of the last hurdles he saw to becoming Caitlyn.
Okay.
And I think he was so wound up in that something that wouldn't have affected him much that day just... I think it sounded like it was nerves because he went back and he was pacing, and I think it threw him more than anything.
Okay, so I get what you're talking about with nerves, but okay, so this is why he's with Kris Jenner and Kardashians, and I just don't get it. He's a public figure, and he's with a family that's even more of a public figure right now. So what did he think was going to happen?
Oh, I think he knew part of it would be, but again, listening to back like you guys have said already, his past wives knew about this, but it was always behind the scenes. It was always behind closed doors. I don't know until recently how much front and center this has been.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
when you were talking about this pacing and all that stuff, was this on video?
This was part that, if am remembering right, that is part that when Diane Sawyer asked him what his response was when he came home from that. I think it shook him up. I don't, like I said, I
But I'm
don't.
saying, did they have a video of him walking back and forth?
That was
was
back
what
in
he
his
said.
house. Yeah, that was back in it. That was just him giving the reaction to
So
seeing them
he
all.
just said that. It wasn't like a video.
Yeah.
of him Okay.
No, they
I was
did
gonna
show a
call-
picture.
I-
They did show
I
a
was gonna
video
say-
of him in his truck, though,
Yeah.
pulling up. So you saw got a picture of the group and of that. Yes, they were there. They got the date and they were waiting for him. So I think he's been used to it going out, and because you go out, oh well, he's got longer hair. His features have changed. I think this might have been the first time. I think until this point he had been able to do the medical stuff kind of on the lam. They didn't have it, and this was the one time that he was going for an actual a surgery, and this was the first time that it wasn't going to the grocery store, or this was something that affected his transitioning, and I think that's why it threw him so much. Until then, he had been able to do all this without anybody knowing.
Yeah.
Now they caught him.
Well,
and
that's the thing. It's like he made it prior to that. He made it public knowledge that he was doing this.
Well, he made it public knowledge that he was transitioning. Yeah.
Right. So like for him to not expect that, and being in the Kardashian world and knowing how the paparazzi is,
Yep.
I'm kind of calling bullshit on that.
Well, kind of. That's yeah.
You know,
That's what I was getting at earlier. Is that
prior to letting people know that he's transitioning, I could understand that.
exactly?
Yeah.
I mean, what did he think was going to happen? He's nervous, and he was surprised that there was 20 people waiting for him in front. I mean, come on, dude. What do you think?
No, I get that. Like I said, I think this was the last surgery he had to do, and it unfortunately just happened when he was caught up with the Kardashians. So something that he took for granted. Oh well, yeah, I've gone out, I've done this before. I'll be in and out in an hour. I think that's when it finally hit him. I think that might have been one of the things that set this up, where it finally hit him, hey, the rules have changed now, because I'm with this crazy-ass family that now every waking thing that I may think, say, or do, it's all over the place, not 20 seconds after it left his mouth if he's on TV.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that Bruce Jenner got caught up in reality TV by the back door just by virtue of his marriage? I mean, really,
It's just
I'm sure he had to sign all the contracts and everything, but he was not the subject of, oh my God, there's romance going on in the chat room. Oh, Lord. Did you see that?
I just got a quick-
Daddy Dave, do you want to tell us who that was?
That was Chuck.
Oh, all right.
What's up?
I thought it might be more scandalous than that, but okay.
No, that's what happened a couple nights ago.
Oh, okay.
All right.
No.
But no, Bruce Jenner got involved in reality TV through the back door. By virtue of marriage. That's how it all started, right?
I believe so.
He wasn't seeking it out.
Is him?
And like the
Are him
two
and
shows
Kim
I saw
Kardashian
of that.
still married?
Him and Chris?
Yeah.
As far as I know, they still are.
Wasn't? I think
No
they
way.
were. I
No,
think.
no. Kim Kardashian. Or wait a minute. What's his wife's name? Bruce
Kris
Jenner.
Jenner.
Or Bruce
I don't
Jenner's
know.
wife.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Oh, okay. Are they still married?
I
Yeah,
think.
As far
I
as I know,
think I think in the interview, I think they said they might be separating, but for now, I believe they still are. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I think now.
I think this is harder on her than it is on him, to be honest with you.
Well, I don't. I think going back to how it used to be more of a in the bedroom thing.
Yeah.
I think she probably learned early on, like the others did. Look, this is what comes with him, and
Well, I mean, just
he said what 2, 3, 4 marriages. It never came up. I bet she just figured, well, okay, that's just, and as long as we're smart and we keep the cameras away, it will never be an issue. And then
I'm thinking because
he stepped out and did it, and I think that's probably what threw her, because he's been dealing with this for like 30 years.
I'm thinking because Caitlyn's hotter than Kim Kardashian.
There have been a couple of gifts about that, yeah.
That bar is really low.
But all right, we got to go to the after show. So, Daddy Dave, where can we find you?
Kiss and Chuck. On podcubs.net.
Okay, we have the name of the podcast, Kiss and Chuck. All one word. Okay.
What?
Mac, where can we find you?
Chaoticravings.com.
All right, and RT Cruiser, where can we find you? I have to see who's in next up in line.
Just
Poor dog has to
search
go.
RT Cruiser. You'll find me on all the social networks.
What was that?
Just search RT Cruiser. I'm on all the social networks.
Okay, and Tommy Smelly, where can we find you?
TheSmellcast.com.
And Tracy, where can we find you?
You can find me on Facebook or Twitter, Tracy L. Turner 1.
Yeah, he's often singing, folks.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say it, Toppy. I was just waiting. I was just waiting, Toppy.
And you can find all my applicable links at pokinit1.blogspot.com. Oh, pardon me.
Oh, my.
There you go.
Right. And I have to let the dog out, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
In olden days, a clip stocking wasn't the thought of something shocking, but now God knows anything goes. Good offers too, who want you better words now only.
Look at the laundry on that bed, folks.
I know. Does it look like he's the one that just came back from IML?
Maybe. Maybe.
Well, let's see here. You got chaps. You got wrist and leg restraints.
Wow.
That's either a
I thought
ball
there's a
gag
in
or
there somewhere.
that's either a ball gag or a butt plug. Leather jacket. Red hanky. You know what that means.
Jeez.
Let's see. Can't tell if that's either shorts or spandex singlet. Jock.
I have to wonder, how long does he wait before doing all of that? That looks like quite a collection over there.
Dude, really?
See, I think that's... Oh, Dave! Oh, what do we see here?
Suitcase, laptop bag, chaps, leather pants, leather shirt,
Goodness.
boots, kilt. That's about it. Then just regular clothes.
All right, I think I saw a white sock, too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, quite a few of those. Yep. Quite a few of those. But then again, I just got back today, so.
From where?
I went and visited Jim in Saugatuck from Wednesday till yesterday. Then I had to go up to the camper. No, to the cottage because a tree fell. I had to check out if there was any damage. Then I had to go back down to Saugatuck for a meeting, and then I just came home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Busy weekend.
Yeah, Jim's at Saugatuck for Fist Fest.
Hi.
Yeah. And there's some freaky guys there. but honestly, they're all great guys.
Yeah. RT, how the hell are you doing?
I'm doing good. We're having an actual winter this year by the look of things.
Oh.
What's
Oh,
the
so it's,
season
so it's
started,
90,
it's actually
90
snowed.
degrees?
No,
So what
it's been down to 6 overnight, which is, I don't know, 40 something.
40.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that's pretty chilly.
I know,
Mhm.
I've had to put a jacket on to go to work.
No. Oh, RT.
Yeah, I stopped wearing the jackets a couple of months ago. So
Mm-hmm.
it's 97 here today.
No.
Let's have a look. What are we? Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see here. 6. Yeah, it's 42.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. 59 here at the moment.
Well, apparently it's 60 degrees in Pickle Hollow. Oh, Mr. Mike's in the chat room. Let the porn commence. Actually, the porn has commenced.
Oh, dear.
While we've been chatting, the porn has been commencing.
I
Oh,
was going
Yeah.
to say either the topic was much too interesting or there just wasn't much porn, because usually that covers a good third of the conversation of the show, and I think I only heard it referenced once. So
Well, Dan's not in the room, so.
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay, if you want to see a weird photo, I saw Jim in the chat room posted a Vogue cover.
No,
But
I
I-
did that.
Oh,
Yeah, that's me. I saw Jim.
oh,
That's me.
oh, that's you, Dave. What? Oh my God.
Goodness.
No.
Oh.
Oh, you know, I've always wanted to find someone exposing their butt in the McDonald's line.
Wow.
You haven't looked online very much, have you? There had to have been a picture of that by now.
You're probably right.
It
I've
is
seen-
McDonald's.
Yeah. I've seen plenty of exposed behinds at Wally World, but it's not really the ones that you want to see.
No.
I saw a lot of exposed butts this past couple days.
Oh, I'm sure you.
Uh,
I'm sure you had. Yeah.
I was like, a couple of them. I was like, no.
Yeah.
The face is so hot.
Oh, Tracy, what have you been doing for fun out there?
Well, I haven't been on the show lately because I was saying to Gavin earlier, because it was either I was working later or somebody would call like in mid-afternoon and, oh, I need a massage. I need one now, please. You know, and it was happening for 2 months, and I'm like, fuck. Except for the one time that I went to the bathhouse and I was gonna like do the show from there, and my Google Plus on my tablet just locked up.
Oh, well, sometime down the road, if you want to do that from the bathhouse, I strongly encourage. I think that would be good.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'll do one of my videos then from the bathhouse instead of the car. How about that, Toppy?
Well,
They'll let
okay.
you.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Gavin, do we have a theme for the porn tonight?
Oh, you know what? I didn't
Bro.
listen to that.
It was ropes.
Ropes.
All right. Oh my God, Mr. Mike suddenly broke out in instant porn. So I
Yeah.
think there could be anything that work. I don't have the time to do that today. So, oh, you should have been here in the chat room, so you're not going to get to see it. Oh my God, that's too funny. Give me Kanye. I think we need to have that as
Is that show art tonight?
art. Yeah. That'll fit with the. Oops. Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Fit with the topic of 75% of the show.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's good. I mean, honestly, I was just curious because there's a lot of people that are like got different attitudes about just like supposedly, the concept that oh, he's got all this money. What about all the other people that have to fight? It's like, well, you know what? Like, exposure is always a help.
Well, and I will say this: it's one of the few topics that has come across in the Pride community that almost every show on Pride 48 is talking about at once.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it can domino. Well, one will talk about it and it'll spread to a couple of others. Everyone is talking about this
Yeah, I mean,
right now.
for me to actually have a subject in general is just amazing. But I'm just because I know like everybody seems to have a different attitude towards the whole thing. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
I did chaotic thoughts on it, and the whole thing was that I couldn't find it, but there was one picture of her face where it looked like they had deliberately almost cut and pasted her face on another body because her face was white, but like around here was almost like fake tan, so it was just such a really weird job. And I'm sure it was photoshopped a little bit, but it made it look like they literally used a body double for it. And it's like,
wow.
When you see all the other pictures, they look fine, but it was just the camera angle on this one was just horrid. So,
I was saying wow at the last one Toppy's posted.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, that's hot.
Drawing.
Nice awake. Well. I was glad she wanted to go out because she actually pooped and peed, so she's done for the evening.
Ah, cookie. Cookie.
This morning I woke up, and because she does this thing, she can't get up by herself. So she gets up, and instead of like being verbal, she just whines. So I don't hear her right away. Well, when I got up, I lifted her up, and the first time she gets up in the morning after laying down for a long period of time on concrete or the tile floors, she's very stiff. So I have to kind of like support her. Well, I lost my footing and she lost her footing and she splatted down. And then when I picked her up again, she had already pooped. So then I had to clean that up. So that was my morning.
Yay.
But she waits to the last minute. So when she's whining at me like she was while I was doing the closing,
Yeah.
like, oh, I better get her out there because she's gonna poop right here.
and stories like that make me glad I don't have pets.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what you go through. I mean, you would do it for a child, so it is what it is. And we've said that like, when she gets to the point where she can't walk by herself, then we've had it. Helping her up, not a big deal because it's really just her one leg, and I know where the knot of arthritic tissue is, and all I have to do is support that area, and she can get up by herself.
How old is Cookie?
She'll be 17 on July 4th.
Oh my!
So,
Wow.
Yeah, that's an old dog.
But I mean, other than that, she's like spry like a baby. So I have a whole bottle full of painkillers. I give her one every morning. She sleeps for a couple hours, and she's up like a puppy. So yeah. She loves watermelon, so it's been easy to give her pill. I just take a chopstick.
Oh, watermelon.
I take a chopstick and I poke a hole in the watermelon. I shove the pill in there and she eats it right down.
Yay.
That's a nice trick.
Yeah, I've never met a dog that loves and corn on the cob. She will sit there and you hold it and she'll gnaw it off. She won't eat the cob, like she gnaws it off the cob. I don't know how she figured that out, but
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, my parents' dog, he'll eat the corn on the cob and the cob.
Yeah. I don't know. She eats it off like we do, you know.
That's called roughage, right there.
that's major roughage. That's speed bumps.
Yeah.
But oh, did you see the picture of the guy I was talking about that I posted?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen him in a couple shows. If you look through like his shows, the shows that he's been on, he's been in a lot of shows. But he looks good. I did actually the first time I saw him the character come on and meet that guy, I didn't know it was a guy. I mean, he does a really good voice, and he's very good at it. So, but well, that's like what was the name of the guy on Tu Wong Fu?
Which one?
The Spanish guy.
Oh, John Leguizamo?
Yeah, he pulled that shit off. Good. He
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's
No, he's
Oh, yeah.
the other ones, you... not so much, but
And see, a lot of people, they didn't realize that. You remember Spawn that came out like late 90s?
right.
Yeah, that bad movie.
Yeah. He was the
I
clown.
like that movie. I'm sorry. I know it
Yeah.
was so bad. It was good.
It was a bad movie, but I liked it. I liked it because he was the clown.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I was like, that's John Leguizamo. But I mean, yeah.
his his origins go back to New York City, and where he really gained fame was doing a one-man play where he played a whole bunch of different characters, and it was an autobiographical play about his life, and he took characters that he knew out of his life, and he portrayed all of them, and it was very, critically acclaimed, and that's kind of his origins.
It's kind of like what Whoopi Goldberg did a little bit in '85 when she had those characters that she did. So
yeah, true. Yeah.
You what?
Look at that perky butt. The chat room.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty. You fuckable. But yeah, so tomorrow I will be busy all day long. I could see me having a hangover on top of it. So
What you got to do tomorrow?
oh, you didn't hear me say the lawn, and I got some. I never really got to that. The clover thing, and I also bought I bought 2 new toys this weekend. One of those extensions that go like 12 feet to cut branches off.
Oh, I thought you meant
I thought he was talking about some.
I'm sorry, 12 feet, not 12.
Okay, I thought he was talking about some fun stuff.
I was looking at the chat room pictures again, but
Jeez,
it extends like 12 feet to cut branches off like high in the tree.
God,
because
one side's a saw, the other side's clipper.
Our cable wire is now kind of being strung taut by a branch. So I'm going to try and get up there and cut that off. Plus, I have a bunch of branches that when people walk on my sidewalk, they're literally getting hit in the head by them. So I have to trim them back.
Gavin, this worries me. A metal object like a saw getting close to electrical lines and
this is a
cables. And so, all right, there's no electrical lines nearby.
No. Well, they're about like 5 feet away. I mean, that's not. Those are nice and clear. The only other wire that is being like obstructed by the branches, I don't care about because it's a phone line. So, there is no phone in our house, so fuck it. I don't care. But
sounds like I'm one of the last people to have a landline anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I still have one, Max.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, I've got one just for the internet though.
And it's bizarre. My parents actually don't have My parents have no landline.
Oh wow.
I know.
Oh.
My dad's 81 years old.
Well, honestly, the only reason I have one is I'm in a security building, so I need to have a constant connection if somebody tries to buzz in.
Oh, okay. Oh, that goes through the phone lines?
Either landline or cell line, but the cell, I've got a real cheap cell, and the battery would drain within a couple hours, and I wouldn't think about it until my dad would. Pretty much somebody got used to letting my dad in, then I'd hear a knock. It's like, what the hell are you doing in a security building? So, and now they let him in here regardless of if the phone works, so I won't know that he's in here until I hear a knock. It's like, yeah, good security building.
Yeah. Well, they know him. I mean.
Well, and he looks like he should be living here more than I do. Most people are his age that live here.
Oh, really?
It was not it was like a assisted living place before the city bought it, and now it's low income housing.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's branching out a little more, but it's still probably about 75% of the population could be my parents. So
Well, that's
they're
actually
all
good.
they're all sweet people, though. I mean, they
I
don't.
was going to say that's
They're
good.
pretty
For you
good.
'cause they're probably kind of quiet, you know.
There's a few. There are a couple that are kind of chatty, but yeah, for the most part,
No, I mean like they're not like having loud parties and
no.
other than maybe their TV might be a bit loud because they can't hear it. But
Well, I did have a fun little event after Christmas. Lady moved in, and the day after Christmas, they decided to check the shock on the beds for about an hour and a half. And her bedroom's right above my bedroom.
Oh my God.
Oh shit. It was a very entertaining hour and a half because I couldn't
took that
do
long?
anything to ignore
Wait a
it.
minute. Hold up. An hour and a half?
An hour and a half.
Wow. Well, I guess at that age,
Not so much vocal accompaniment, but a lot of squeaking for a long time.
I would figure maybe like an hour and 15 minutes of that was just getting it up.
Yeah, I could see that because I think I saw the person who was responsible
God
for it
for
one
my
time. Yeah, that's been my most entertaining day of living here, and I've been here 4 years. Otherwise, you almost hear nothing in this place. It's a concrete building, so.
I could see you just sitting in your living room or in your bedroom giggling.
I actually started to after a while. It's like, this is the most absurd situation I have ever been put in.
It would be kind of gross though, because it's like picturing your parents having sex.
Oh.
I don't even think my parents can picture my parents having sex at this point. I'm pretty certain that fantasy disappeared about the time my sister showed up.
Oh, that's awful.
Don't count on that. Let me tell you something.
Well, and bless his heart, my dad is not the brightest of bulbs.
Well.
He has been caught looking at gay porn on his laptop.
Oh.
So his brilliant idea of this, and it was a good idea until he forgot what was behind him, was to move so that his back was against the wall so he could see people coming.
Right.
Except that the wall has a huge fucking mirror on it. I actually did walk up and catch him doing it, and I'm like, I'm not even going to say a word. This is too good because he didn't think it would
That's one of those things you just walk away and pretend you.
Oh yeah. Well, I've walked in to talk to him about doing stuff, and he said, "It's like, Dad, you have Google Chrome. It has tabs.
Yeah, right.
At least change one." Well, he's deaf as a post, so he can't hear anybody coming either.
Oh.
Well, Mags, this story begs the question: what was your father doing looking at gay porn?
I have no clue, but he's always had some.
Oh.
As a kid, when I inevitably found his porn stash, which was not the most well-hidden thing either, he had one. He only had like 2 or 3, and one was a full gay movie.
Oh.
So, and I came down one night because I've never slept at night very well. I came down and I was going to go outside for a walk, and he was sitting in the rocking chair watching it at like 2 in the morning.
Oh.
It's like, okay, I'm going back up to bed now.
Well, there you go.
Well, I didn't figure anybody'd be up. It's like if everybody's asleep, I'll go out, take a walk, come back up, but somebody's awake.
Oh, I remember.
Okay.
I remember finding my father's Playboy and Penthouse magazines.
He never had magazines. He just had those huge-ass video boxes.
Oh, I never looked at the Playboys. I only looked at the Penthouse because Penthouse had guys in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penthouse and Hustler. Yeah.
Yeah, well, my father, that was like pre that, you know. I still remember when he found my gay porn, he had this box in his side of the closet that was all his old uniforms and stuff from the military, and he never moved it. So I just assumed it was safe. I picked the box up. I picked the rug up because the rug wasn't. He had put it in. It wasn't like attached inside the closet. And I picked the rug up and I put the magazines underneath it. Well, eventually the magazine collection got a little too thick, and apparently they found them.
Oh,
I found a note on them. I don't know who these belong to. Of course they did, I'm sure. I don't know who these belong to, but get them out of our house. So, so I still remember that. And so I just moved them underneath my mattress.
yeah, my uncle had a huge penthouse collection in his closet that he had in the floor, and I don't know what made him think that his mother, my grandmother, wasn't going to go in and find it because she's always cleaning around and stuff like that. And she goes in and she just looks at the bottom, and I mean, the entire floor of the closet is like nothing but Penthouse and Hustler and Jugs and Muff and Muff magazine and all types of stuff. And
Muff.
yes, Muff.
That's a fun word to say, isn't it?
Yes.
Veritable Virgo in the chat room says cleaning is an excuse for snooping.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah, Mike. That's pretty much what she was doing. She was nosy. My grandmother was nosy. But, I mean, she's like, Tracy, come here. I need you to help me clean all this crap out of here. She had, me and her just threw everything in the trash while he was at work.
And by the trash, you mean into your bedroom.
No, I mean, I slipped a few into the bedroom, you know. That.
Okay, yeah.
But then he came home and went in his room, and a minute later he came out. Just you could see just the look on his face was just like, oh, okay.
Well, that's why when your parents tell you to clean your room, you do it.
You clean it, yeah.
I learned that lesson real quick. You don't have any secrets the moment your mom comes in your room and goes through it, because she will find literally every spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, we always lived by the concept that was my parents' house.
Yeah.
There are no secrets in that house, so
No,
you don't have privacy. Like,
it's kind of like you don't have privacy, like kind of when they come in your room and you might be jacking off.
I'm curious. Like, you guys, when you were growing up, did you like close your bedroom doors at night when you went to bed?
No.
This is something new to me. I didn't realize people did. Like, literally, like in our house, other than when we have company, like none of these doors ever close. The bathroom door never closes. Nothing closes. Like, like when I was growing up, we never closed our bedroom doors.
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
I didn't when I was in high school, and then I ripped the door off the wall, so I couldn't do it after that. So,
well, Mags,
yeah.
that was not one of my brighter moments, because for the next 4 years I couldn't shut a door.
Yeah.
I slammed it so hard it latched and it went all the way around.
I guess at one point I probably should have closed the door, because there was one time when I was at home, and it was around the time that my grandmother and my uncle decided to start leaving me home by myself when I was in like junior high. So I thought they both left the house. So I'm on the bed in my bedroom, and then forgive me, but I see a TV swim meet with Greg Louganis. And I'm like, oh, Greg Louganis. So I just took it out and start whacking on it, and then all of a sudden my uncle comes into the room. My uncle, what?
He was pretty damn hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a movie.
They were doing an interview after he got out of the water, and I just start whacking on it, and then my uncle comes into the room. He's like, "You having a good time?" What? I was like, oh, God.
So apparently he had you figured out.
Yeah.
You're spanking it, and the only people on TV are men.
Well, the person that was giving the interview was a lady reporter. So
Well, I don't think you were stroking it to that.
no, no.
He wasn't the one standing around in nothing but a speedo.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
I was just curious because like it seems like there are a lot of people that actually like well, see, like one weird thing that I find, like people talk about like things in their parents' bedroom. We weren't allowed to go in our parents' bedroom. Like literally, you got caught in there. That was like big time no. Like, you know what I mean? Like going through your parents' drawers or
yeah. Oh God, I
Oh,
wouldn't
that,
do that.
yeah.
or even like just going in their bedroom when they're not there. It's like that's just no.
No.
We didn't do that. So I don't know. I just find that weird, but I know there are a lot of people that do. Like they just think that's normal to just hang out in their parents' bedroom, and
That's just weird to me.
I still remember my parents went away, and I went over to their house. And I took a trick with me,
Oh,
and all of a sudden, like they were away for a week, and all of a sudden, like now I'm talking about all my family shit, and it's like possible that my parents could hear this, but I still remember in the morning hearing my brother come in the house. I was like, "Oh my God, get dressed!" And I ran downstairs, and I was like, "What? Trying to be all nonchalant.
Oh my God, get dressed now!
I just didn't want them to know. I didn't want him to know I was in my parents' bed. So, because it was the only bigger than twin-sized bed in the house. So.
There you go. Yeah.
Twin-sized beds.
Oh,
I can even imagine having one now.
We had sex in my room. I just slept in their bed. So. But, that's creepy. And I felt horrible about that to this day. I feel bad about that, but whatever.
Oh, goodness.
I shut the door now, but that's because I lived with kids for 12 years. So
No, when we were doing,
after a while, you have to do that just so that you don't get disturbed and you can sleep.
oh, okay. See, when we were growing up, if you were doing something privately, like if you're just getting dressed or whatever, yeah, then you close the door. But like to sleep at night, no, we didn't do that. No.
That's just weird.
RT.
Although, I mean, when I moved out of my parents' house and I had roommates, I thought nothing of closing the door. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's different mindset or something. Oh, look behind me.
Yeah, we've already been there, Gavin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I did an inventory
that
for
while you were away.
Yeah. Daddy Dave has given us the rundown, and we know.
Oh, Dave, were you there when shit went down today?
No, what happened?
Oh, okay. Jim didn't feel well, so we'll get it next week. So you'll
Look at the look on Dave's face.
Well, either today or yesterday, Timmy was supposed to show up.
Yeah, he showed up today.
Okay.
Yeah, and then put something on Facebook about, it's not a weekend of Fist Fest without a visit to the emergency room.
Right, exactly. It was just one of the emergency care or whatever. It wasn't like it was one of those what do they call that, cam care or whatever? I don't know.
Urgent care.
Yeah, it was just like a clinic.
Okay, yeah, urgent care, yeah.
Urgent care. That's the word. That's the word I was looking for. So he'll tell us about it next week. I told him I wouldn't talk about it tonight.
Right. Well, the Dunes is real happy with him, and from what I understand, they're real happy with the Dunes, so they might be going back there next year.
Oh, that's good. Maybe I'll come with him. We'll see. But but I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of I'm looking forward to. What do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5 weeks before I go to Augusta. So
Oh, okay.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, Country Boy West and Travis are going to be there,
Hmm.
Oh, cool.
and I think somebody else. I don't remember who it was offhand.
Rodan.
No, I doubt it. I don't
George.
I don't think Rodan even knows I exist.
Yeah, well,
George.
I don't know. Maybe I don't remember. I think there was one other person, so I don't remember who it was. I know Big Fatty and Granny will be there, so
Uh-huh.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Hmm.
All these things I have to do.
Yeah, I did suggest that maybe Timmy hadn't trimmed his nails properly.
Uh,
I don't know if he's come back to me on that one yet.
I haven't talked to him since Saugatuck, so
Good.
no comment.
Oh, come on, Dave.
No. RT was there. He knows.
Okay.
But
Yes.
All right. I won't. I won't pry.
What was that?
Nothing. We're talking about.
Nothing.
Oh,
We're
now I really want to know.
We're talking about the red bandana on your bed.
Oh, what about it? It's
No,
fisting. And then there's a set of chaps right to the left of that. Here, let me click on my picture so people can see. And then right below that, there's a butt plug and then a couple of shackles with the sheepskin on the inside, pussies.
Let's see. You got a pair of chaps. You got the red hanky. A belt. Oh, yep.
what is that? Oh, okay.
No, it's a leather butt plug. But
He's delving deep.
oh, it's a collar. Okay.
Oh, collar. There you go.
Yeah, that's for when Jim doesn't do what Gavin says.
Yeah, right. No, Jim never does what Gavin says. Maybe that's what he's waiting for, discipline.
Uh-oh.
I know we have a riding crop around here somewhere.
A riding crop.
Yeah. I'm not sure where it is. I know we have one. But I made it a paddle back in like the 90s or something.
You sound like Blanche from Golden Girls. Damn it, where's that riding crop?
Right? You know, one of these days, if anybody out there knows of a good Windows-based mixer program,
Oh,
no.
I'd like to know too.
So I really would love to get rid of the mixer and be able to do this on the laptop.
Mm.
But for some reason, every time I plug the mixer into the laptop, I get this buzzing noise in the background.
Really?
Really kills me.
I have to consult with Mags again because he uses something where he can get on to Pride 48 and he's got like music he can play and this and that and the other thing. But he doesn't do it through Nicecast or whatever. But it's some sort of radio thing, right, Mags?
It's Sam Broadcaster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually, Gavin, one thing. It does have its own. I don't have a mixer.
Oh,
It
really?
has I have the audio pipelines and everything through the program. and it's
Now-
it's not a bad program. It's kind of expensive to get started, but once you figure out the tricks to it, it's fairly. I could do a lot more with it than I
I'm big
do.
on free.
Huh?
I'm big on free.
Well, they do have a light version, but that only. I think you can only use Spatial Audio's audio stream. So you could go on there and record your show, but you can't. The reason I have the pro version is because that's what I need to connect to IceCast and Shoutcast and whatnot.
Oh, okay. Well, you have a. If you're using IceCast, then you're using a Mac.
No,
Oh.
it's a PC program, but it can connect through. You just it right on the bottom, like it has for Shoutcast. It has the tag. It has the mount, so you just put that in there. But
Oh,
yeah, I don't have much trouble with it. I know there's a lot more I could be doing with it. It's just I've always done vocal podcasts, so
yeah. See, the thing is, I need to be able to broadcast what's coming through from the Google Plus and be able to play audio and the effects on my show.
well, it does have an effects board where you have 4 rows of 4 squares, and you can assign special effects to those ports and play them. The only thing, and I've talked to Chaos about this. We used to have 3 people on our Monday show, and we were trying to get Google to work. We go with Skype mainly because Skype, there's a little program that you can still get called Videolan. And what it does is it gives you a virtual line, a virtual connection, like you would have for your mic plugging into your mixer.
Oh, okay.
What I'll do is it'll be running in the background, and I'll put Skype on that and then just pipe it through deck on Sam. I haven't been able to figure out how to get Google to use that yet. I would like to, because it's one of the problems is if my computer hitches, then the audio, because my mic is going through one and Skype is going through another, the sync gets off. So every time it happens, I have to restart both of them.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that happen with Hangouts.
What you might want to look at is in your settings. It gives you where you want your information coming from, the microphone, logic. Like mine is the webcam. So you might want to you know what I mean. In Google Plus, you might want to reset your microphones.
Actually, what I would like to do, I can do that, is the speaker. The speaker is what I need, because the speaker is what I'll route into Sam.
Right.
But I can put the speaker online, and I wasn't able to do that before. So I can use Google Hangouts with that.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that sometime.
When you install a software, you have to reboot your computer before it'll notice.
Yeah, but it's just it's like a font. Once it's on there, it's always active.
Oh, okay.
I can use that with Audacity, with Sam, with apparently now Google. So
yeah,
that's nice. That's a nice thing to realize. I'd like to do one of our shows like that.
Yeah, because that's the trouble I was originally having at first, figuring out the setting issue, and that's the thing I'm having with the laptop is, I'm sure I can figure out the proper settings, but because there's like 5 different things I have to configure, you're talking about, I don't know, multiply that by, I don't know how you do that kind of math, but it's a lot of different variations that I have to go through to find the right one. So that's why screen captures of everything.
Well, the funny part, and I don't have them anymore. I thought the first 4 or first 5 of Rendell's Ravings got deleted from the server I was hosting them on. But I sent in a demo, and then the first one was going to be on an online station. We worked for a half hour, got all the things right, all set up, a minute and a half before, it all crashed. And I've been working since then trying to get it right. So, but they also now have a save configuration. They didn't have that before, so.
I've had that problem on this show. It's like, you know, I mean, how long have we been doing this live broadcast? Like 3 years?
Probably more.
More than that.
Yeah, more like 5.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Yeah, because when I joined on it, it was already well in.
But what is it, like 3 or 4 times? I think I've had issues where like I just couldn't. For some reason, I was having issues, and for some reason, like every once in a while, an update will fuck up my Edcast, and I have to reset. Now I have like screen captures of everything I need to know. So, but
Haunt Cub's in the room.
oh, hi, Hunkub. Let's invite him on. There you go. But yeah, I don't have many issues. Like once I get it done, I'm like, don't touch anything, Jim.
Right.
Don't touch anything.
Well, now you actually have the ability to save all the settings. So if you had somebody just come on and listen for about a half hour, you'd probably get it right where you wanted.
Well, that's why Jim and I have separate like names on like when we sign on this computer, we have Windows 8.
Oh.
When we sign on, there's like he signs on under one name and I sign on under another. So there's totally different settings on each name.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that's why you have separate bedrooms.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to say too.
No, we don't do that. Ew. What is that? God.
Oh my goodness. Mr. Mike.
They all have cell phones.
He was hashtag racist. Hello, Mr. Hunk Cub.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, honey.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
I like the one that Toppy posted. It looks like a shark coming up to gobble that cock. I know.
That's actually show art for the after show.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's cute. That's cute.
Hooray for the red, white, and blue.
Weekend?
What's that?
What'd you do this weekend?
I was just over at a friend's. I was at a bunch of friends' houses a bunch of friends that live in one house.
Oh, okay.
Playing games.
Oh, what kind of games?
Board games.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind. Twister? Maybe.
Actually, you know the guys, Gavin. It's one of the guys that have gone.
Oh, okay.
That's the first time I've been to their house since they moved to Salem County. So.
Oh, they moved to Salem County, Jersey.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God! Right near the nuclear plant.
They're not real close. Well, I don't know how close.
Everywhere in Salem County is near the nuclear.
It's all ground zero, right?
No, but Salem County is actually very nice. Very quiet, very backwoodsy. You know, it's actually almost. It really, really is.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Mike, what the hell is
that? Cowtown yet? Jay, have there been to Cowtown yet?
Yeah, I think they have before.
Oh, that's scary.
I know it is. I've been one time. That was
scary in a hot kind of way.
If and you say so.
Yeah, well, it depends on what if you like
what
them,
you're into.
Yeah, if you like them bucktooth Southern boys.
Hey, I've been with a few of those bucktooth Southern boys back home in Texas, and there could be quite a lot said for.
And they're all bottoms.
Yeah, they are. And once again, a lot of them are hung like a horse, but they all want the the legs go up in the air and.
Yep.
Hey, somebody's got to be a bottom, right?
Helium heels.
Exactly.
Oh, such a good boy. I'm sorry, I'm looking at porn.
What the hell, Mr. Mike? He looks like he's literally milking. Oh, that's different.
That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
The one where it's drooling down his chin?
No, not that one. I know which one you're talking about. The very last one.
Oh, okay, that one. No, I'm second last one, or all the way up with the red, white, the one above the red, white, and blue swim trunks.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, he's such a good boy. Look.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And then he looks up. Oh. Anyway, it's just weird. It's me. That's how I roll. So, Dave, would I enjoy this place that Jim's at?
Probably, yeah. Well, RT's been there too.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
Why do I have 2 cigarettes lit? Anyway.
What?
I have 2 cigarettes lit again.
Oh, okay.
The second time tonight.
We stayed across the street when RT was there, and those were some nice places. But the cabin that Jim got was actually pretty nice too.
Oh yeah, it was nice. I saw you showed me pictures of it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, you know, the pool's open right now. So that's
is it a heated pool?
Huh?
Is it a heated pool?
I believe it is.
I would hope so in Michigan.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, let's see here.
Yep.
Because they have cool nights no matter what. Today it was gorgeous. The morning was kind of overcast, but then like later in the day it just got gorgeous out. Like right now I actually have to have this flannel on. It's like just at that level where it's a little chilly for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Good sleeping weather. So the dog's passed out.
Speaking of passing on, I got to get to bed to go to work tomorrow. So I'll say bye to you crazy kids.
Night, Toppy.
Bye.
Here's her butt.
Night. See ya.
Night.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for my dinner to cook, so I won't be on here terribly long, but I thought I'd pop on and say hello.
I got me Chinese today. I eat out like the whole time Jim's gone.
I don't blame you.
Oh, you got Chinese. I thought you said you got a Chinese.
No, I've had just like every time Jim goes away, I have no interest in sex. So for some reason, I just every time he goes away, I'm like, because I get things accomplished around the house, and it's like for some reason I get more accomplished when he's not here, and I don't understand it. It's not like he stops me from doing anything, but he doesn't. So I don't know why, but I've gotten a lot accomplished this week. So
Yeah.
who's WHTMN? Is that
White man?
Whitman.
Whitman?
Because we have
White
somebody
lady.
called Whit.
White lady.
Are you from Philly? Are you Wit?
From Philly.
Only people from Philly know what that means.
Yeah.
Wit. I want a cheesesteak wit.
Cheese whiz.
Exactly.
Whoa! Wow. Big
Yeah,
dick for a twink.
He's ugly though.
I can get past it with just.
I mean, he's got a decent body, but here I'll post another one where you
I can get past it for
better.
the dick. So.
Well, you don't need to look at the face.
Yeah.
Put his paper bag over it and be fine.
Maybe I haven't lost it. Maybe I'll post these anyway. We'll see.
So Gavin,
Yes.
I might be going to Hillside for my first time next weekend. Is there any tips or anything I need to know?
After dark?
Hide.
No.
Oh.
Now, what weekend is it?
It's a leather weekend.
Oh. It's pretty much free for all after
Yeah,
dark.
that's what I've heard.
But I mean, like, there's a lot of fun if you go behind the main building,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely take hiking boots because where are you staying at?
I'm staying with a friend who stays with friends who have a permanent site there, but we're going to be staying in a tent. I don't know exactly where on the campground it is.
Oh, okay, because there's a lot of climbing involved. It really is.
Oh, really?
I love Hillside for a lot of reasons, but the one thing that keeps me from going there is there's so much climbing. I mean, literally.
So it's not called Hillside it's for a reason.
Literal.
Gotcha.
I mean, I have friends that like when you first come in, if you go to the right, like they're back in that area, they're all permanent.
Mm-hmm.
If you're down there, you're lucky because then you have maybe 1 or 2 climbs a day.
Right.
But when you have to climb up, if you're all the way up on the hill, like beyond the pool, that's mountain climbing, man. It really is.
Wow.
It's rough. So hopefully your friends are. Do I know your friends?
No, I don't think you've met Rich. I don't know the couple that he's staying with that he's friends with.
Oh,
But, I've never met them before, so I only know the person I'm going with.
do you know their names?
Not offhand, but I could find out.
Oh,
Well, of course I will find out, but
are they bears?
I think so.
Well, they might be,
Yeah, I'm
they
sure
might be
they
down where my friends are then, because that's like the bear corner back there.
Okay.
So then you're lucky. You'll have a great time. It's just that climb up to the clubhouse, but like after dark, go behind the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Just free for all sex. It's just like crazy. It's so much fun.
Well, now.
So much fun. It's like being in a dark room, but you can see what you're doing.
Right.
And even if they don't want you, they'll let you watch. So, just saying. I don't mind. I enjoy that. So, but a lot of fun to be had. And if do yourself a favor, do you have Skin So Soft?
No, I don't think I have any. You mean for bug spray?
You want bug spray?
Yeah,
but,
I have other stuff.
But you have stuff that isn't off.
No, it's not off, but it does have DEET in it.
No, well, I'm talking about the I made the mistake because I get bit up when I go up there, and I put an off like on the back of my neck. Well, I went up to the if you go up to where the main clubhouse is, they have this thing they call the runway, which is like this long flat area. If you go through there and then just keep walking past that, there's a cruisy area up back in there in the woods. I was up in there, and some guy came up behind me, started chewing on my neck, and I had off on the back of my neck. So just be careful where you put it.
That's gotta be nasty.
Oh.
That's why I use Skin So Soft.
I wouldn't want to taste that either, though.
No, yeah, but I mean, at least like Skin So Soft, you don't have to put it everywhere. If you if you miss a spot, the mosquitoes will find it. Skin So Soft, for some reason, it's just they don't even come near you. So.
Gotcha.
But they have those bracelets. Supposedly, those bracelets work well.
That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Anybody know? Ooh, that man's hot on Cub. The second last one you posted. He's got a cute smile. Yeah, like that's what I care about. Just saying.
Yeah, you care about the smile.
He's got nice thighs too.
He's got a great chest, also.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it's like there's a lot of cruisy areas. I don't know what you're up there for, but the cruisy area they call it I think they call it the Circle or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. But even during the day, it's a lot of fun. There's a picnic table. There's like, when you walk through, there's just like a path. And then you come out in this big open area. And there's a picnic table right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
There's many people just lay down there and get fucked all day long.
Gosh.
So.
All right, so Tracy, I'll look for you there.
What?
What? Wow.
What?
Lots of little when you're walking up the pathways. There's lots of little paths that shoot off to the sides, and there's no holds barred up there. It's like it's all private property. You can do whatever you want. So,
gotcha.
It's not like going to a cruisy area and having to worry about cops showing up,
right?
Or family seeing you or something like that. You know. It's all a big free for all. I see that one thing I love about Hillside. Hillside is very like during the day. It's very cruisy if you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
The woods, there's not a whole lot of cruising goes on during the day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in the mood to just get your dick sucked, yeah, you pretty much got to get on. If you can get a signal. That's another thing. That's another thing. Unless you know the guys down in the corner of the bear area, don't expect to get a signal there. Just saying. There's gonna be no outside contact at Hillside. So unless they've changed it in the last 2 years, I don't know. I haven't been there. So
has it been that long?
I wasn't there. I don't think I was there last year.
So the 2013 season was
the
last time.
I think that was the last time I was there. But yeah, unless you know the guys down in the corner who set up their own little signal station, you're not going to get a signal.
Oh, you mean for the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to get anything. Period.
That's all right.
So I know. Usually when I go camping, I end up not even paying attention.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind
I
of
have
the
this
idea.
thing in the morning. I have to go on and like read the news, but other than that, I really don't care. So even when I'm on vacation, like even when I went to Pride 48, it was like I didn't really pay a lot of attention to like Facebook or any of that stuff.
No, and you didn't pay any attention to it.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all.
Oh, no, no.
No, it's not. You didn't. I'm even in the room. You were, if you weren't changing your clothes, you were dead asleep.
Yeah. Well, you know me, Tracy. It's like I pretty much like half the time when I come home from work, I put my phone on the table and I walk away and I go do stuff. It's like, I'll get it in the morning. I'll look at it. I'll be like, oh shit, I got all these texts from yesterday. It's like I feel bad about it, but it's like, what are you gonna do? It's like I'm just not used to being tied to my phone. So.
Oh boy. There's a Facebook war going on now between Ed Chan, me, and Annie Vera.
Yeah, I saw some of that.
What's going on?
Annie Vera made a post about if you're a Republican, don't say that you're an LGBT ally.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm sorry, there are allies that are Republican, and to dismiss them makes you, the way that she posted it's like makes you self-centered, self-righteous, and a fool.
Well, no, you know what? You got to read to the last part where it says, is your ideals on that worth the rights that you give up?
But that's not true though, because there are Republicans that have helped us out both publicly and privately.
Right, but he's talking about the Republican Party as a whole.
Not the way that
he's
saying it.
Yes, that's exactly what he said.
Not the way I'm reading it.
Their platform is against LGBT.
Yeah, the Republican Party needs to get rid of bloody teabaggers and the religious right. They're just nutbags.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Maybe on an individual level, on a local level, but federally, yeah, they're all against it. So name
If
one
that's the case, then the governor of North Carolina would have signed that bill, saying that the ministers and stuff
that's
didn't
a
have to
governor.
marry gay
That's
people.
what I said. Local level. I'm talking about
Yeah.
federal. He's not a federal. I'm talking about federally.
There's still some up there that
name
helped us.
somebody in Washington, that is for as a whole, the party is against LGBT
And women's rights too.
and women's rights to choose and
Oh yeah.
gender and in general the party itself, their platform is against it. So it shouldn't be because they're actually hurting themselves, but I think Republicans in general, like Republicans that vote, like normal people,
Yeah.
like people that actually think, are not totally not. I think like they've already done most of the polls are like at least 65 or above percent
Yeah.
favor of.
Oh yeah.
But he's talking about on a federal level the Republican the ones that candidates that are running for federal office or president this year
Yeah.
are all LGBT not friendly. The only and sadly, as much of a bullshitter as this guy is, sadly Rand Paul is the only adult in the room.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
my God, they're pushing forward some real nutballs this year.
Yeah, I know.
How many are?
Cruz is like, ugh.
How many do they got?
Right now there's 10.
Right, but there's 17 or 18 possibles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard at least a dozen.
They're
I'm
all
not
gonna run.
surprised.
But the thing is, it's like they're to the point where they just. I would say 90% of those people have no intention of actually getting through their primary season.
Yeah.
They're all they what running for president in a primary does
Collecting money.
increases your income when you do public speaking. That's all it is. You can charge more by saying that you ran for president.
Although you still have to put some of your own money out there to actually run.
Oh yeah.
But I guess it's a trade-off.
Right, but they can charge $100,000 or whatever.
Yeah.
And they go for give a speech at a college or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm just picking numbers. I'm not saying that is literal. So that's all it is. I mean, come on, really, Donald Trump? Seriously?
Yeah.
How many times is he
Who
gonna?
thinks that man is ever gonna win president? Come on. Seriously.
Jeez, he's such an idiot.
I mean, I think Ted Cruz actually thinks he has a shot, which is comical in itself.
Yes,
but whatever.
it is.
Marco Rubio, I think if he got his act together, he could probably actually make a run for it. I don't think he'd win, but he could make a run for it. But he's so all over the board and changes his mind every 15 minutes. It's ridiculous. They got three of them are either under indictment or facing possible indictment. So, like, why are they even running?
Jeez.
So what? GOP? Yeah, I know. Veritable Virgo. GOP clown car.
Yeah.
And then I love the ones that are, backing the fucking Duggars. Like that's the thing to do.
Yeah.
Why would you even get involved in that if you're running for president? I mean, it's
right, exactly. Why would you even open your mouth?
Right.
Because at that point in time, it wasn't out.
Yeah.
And right now, was it the only one that's taken?
Huckabee's back in.
Huckabee.
Oh yeah, well that's because Huckabee's a Baptist minister.
Oh.
So that right there is a whole other thing.
Right there disqualifies from my eyes, but.
Oh yeah.
I know.
It's gonna come down between Rand Paul and probably Santorum, and
Santorum doesn't have a chance to even like get nominated.
well, he was second last time.
No, he wasn't really second.
Uh,
It depends on how you look at it. Yeah, if you want to look at it from the clown car point of view, yeah, he was second. But
yeah.
like polls in general are ridiculous because it depends on who. If I wanted to run a poll and I'm gay, and I want to run a poll, I would hire which they always do, hire the best ones and say
No. I'm talking about.
told I
I'm
want.
talking about from all of the caucuses.
I know, but I mean, in reality, come on, really. See, my point is, does he have a chance to win?
Well, none of them do.
Right. That's my point.
No.
I mean, he could come in second in, Jehovah Witness, and it wouldn't matter because he can't win. It's like so he could become in second as Pope, and it doesn't matter because he can't possibly win. Second when you're at 28% is just useless. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
So, I mean, now they have so many people in, and supposedly Fox News says you have to vote, you have to place within the top 10 to get on. What? Like, why do you? It's sad that you even have to make that rule. Like,
Well, that's because I'm sorry, you can't have all. What is it? 17 on one stage.
Right.
Because that way you can't have a real debate.
Right. So you
gotta cut it down.
Well, no, you have to go to like do it like with the basketball thing. What is that thing they do?
The tournament, the brackets,
the bracket thing.
The Final Four.
Where you break it down in brackets. You have like these 5, and then these 5, and then these 5, but they don't. The thing is, they don't want everybody to see how ridiculous these people are. So the more exposure they have, the more ridiculous they look, and the less chance that the GOP has to win in general. So I find it all entertaining because, like, all these, and the thing is, the Republicans know that half of these people have no intention on winning, but they can't really do anything about it. So
yeah.
And it's possible that even Bush might end up being indicted because of what he's doing. He's basically said in general, I'm going to run, but he hasn't made an actual announcement.
Oh, yeah.
He's still talking with the
advisors,
the super PAC, and you're not allowed to do that.
Well, the problem is that the Federal Election Commission, they've already come out and said that they're not investigating anybody because they're just in too much disarray.
Yeah, I know. I saw the Rachel Maddow show.
Yeah.
He literally came on there. I was like, "There's really, it's just a mess. There's not a whole lot we can do about it." Which that in itself shows dysfunction in Washington. So.
Yep.
But yeah, what are you gonna do? I mean, the whole thing. I mean, let's face it. What is it? It's June.
Yeah.
Okay. June, July, August, September. So we're 18 months away. Seriously, do we really care about all this? It's like,
most people won't care about it 2 months away.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the sad thing too. But people can't. It's funny because I'll be at work and people will be talking about pissing and moaning about this, that, and the other thing. And if you ask them about like a sports figure, they can tell you all their stats, this, that, and the other.
Or the Kardashians.
And they don't even know who their representative is in office. So like that's just fucking ridiculous. you know, people, the priorities that people have in their lives is just amazing. So everybody likes to piss and moan, but nobody likes to do any homework.
Uh-huh.
So I gotta pee again.
I'm gonna get going because I gotta go eat. But I'll be listening to you
a gallon
guys.
of water today, so let me pee and I'll be right back.
Did he not hear me?
Do
Probably
what?
not.
Probably not, no.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get going anyway.
Yeah,
You
same
guys
here.
all have a good evening.
All right, you too.
Thank you, sir.
Take care.
Yep.
Good
You
night.
guys.
All right.
Yep. Good night. You guys take
All
care. I'm out.
All right.
Yep. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
How the hell do you hang this up?
Come on. Come on, Jay.
Where to go? Big
Poor
fatty?
big fatty. Oh yeah.
Just move your mouse over the screen. There's a little hang-up button there.
You know
Yeah.
why? Because I wasn't watching. I have that as another window open separately, and I kind of forgot it was there.
Okay.
Hang on. Did that work?
No.
That's because I opened a second window. Let me see. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. So I'll actually say publicly that I actually, at this point in time, 18 months out, like I said, Bernie Sanders is my favorite. So
Bernie Sanders?
yeah, but
He's a legend.
I don't think he has a possibility of ever winning. But
No, but he'll make it entertaining.
yeah. The nice thing is it's nice to have somebody that will drag Clinton to the left. So.
Mm-hmm.
Because Bernie Sanders is what he refers to as a democratic socialist. So I am not against socialism.
The dirty S word.
I think socialism is wonderful, but when you add people, it gets ridiculous. And sadly, it can't work with people. But I mean, what can? The whole thing is just a mess. So if everything was run by machines, we'd probably all be like doing much better. But then they would take over and kill us all.
Yeah, wasn't there?
America,
Wasn't there just a movie?
I need a meeting. Anyway,
Wasn't there just a movie about the machines taking over and like trying to kill everybody again? That seems to be a popular Hollywood theme.
Wait, which movie? Exactly.
Oh, yeah, Terminator, isn't it? I was thinking Ultron.
Ultron.
I haven't seen that yet. I need to. We have a dollar theater here now. I'm waiting to see if it'll get in there.
No, it's not. It's still in the big theater right now.
There's a bootleg. There's two bootleg sites I watch, but like you have to watch what where are they? TV I'm looking for. Wait.
Mr. Mike says iRobot as well.
That was actually really good.
iRobot was a really good movie. I like that.
Yeah.
There's one called Putlocker, Putlocker.
I've heard people talk. Is that a torrent site?
You have to stream the movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's putlocker.is. I think it's Iceland. I'm not sure. And then the other one is MovieTube HD. All one word. .org.
Okay.
So.
Oh, I will have to put my little 2 cents in here about a movie I saw that I hate to say it, but I really don't recommend you seeing it unless you want to when it comes out on DVD.
Go ahead.
Is the remake of Poltergeist.
Oh, is it that bad?
Oh, yeah, that looks.
Yeah, it's not that good. Okay, here's my little synopsis. Okay, they've got a director who is, I guess, either he's pretty brand new or he's not really done a lot of movies. So that was number one mistake. Number two is Sam Rockwell, who is a good actor, I think, was not the best choice at all, really, for the father. The mother, I'm not sure if she's been in. Sam Rockwell, he's done a lot of movies, but he's never really been a main actor in a lot of movies. The mother, she just was awful. She just was not good at all. The best actor in that movie was the little brother.
Oh yeah, he's not. No, why they picked him?
They picked the one of the kids was probably the best actor in that whole movie. Now, I do appreciate the fact that they did keep in a lot of the, I guess you can call them quote unquote iconic scenes from the original. You know, like the tree going into the kid and the clown. They kind of did it up on some of that stuff. That was
I saw a couple scenes from the clown part.
Yeah, they kind of upped it a little bit on the clown. Instead of one, there was three. It moved too fast. Not enough suspense, which we all know, but and the other part of it, you know how in the original it was like the real estate developer was the one that built the neighborhood over the cemetery and just moved the headstones. Right. Well, they didn't really talk about that. The real estate agent was played by a woman in the very first and at the very end, and not in the movie. And they kind of touched on it at a dinner party in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they didn't really touch on that. It was just kind of there. And last but not least, even though the guy that came in to quote unquote clean the house, that was played by the little midget woman in the first movie.
Right.
He was good. He was a Scottish man, but I think that it would have been kind of cool if they were going to use a guy, they would have used Peter Dinklage, who is was it Game of Thrones? He's the little guy, and he's in that movie Pixels that's coming out this summer.
Oh, okay.
I think that would be because Peter Dinklage is a great actor.
Why is it got to be a midget?
Because I think they should have kept with that, but that's just me.
Okay.
But
I saw a couple movies this week.
Oh, okay.
I saw here. I'm going to post one now, which is I forget what it was. Hold on. What the hell was it? I posted a link to the video. EX Machina or whatever.
Oh, Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I enjoyed that.
I wanted to see that.
And another one was Jupiter Ascending. That was good.
I want to go.
A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was good.
That was surprisingly good. I went to see it kind of like reluctantly, but I thought it was pretty good. I was, not a bad movie. But I do want to see Ex Machina. Instead, I went and saw San Andreas. So
how was that?
San Andreas actually wasn't all that bad. I mean, it's predictable.
Right.
But who was this? One of my friends was saying, "Well, it's so damn far fetched." Well, okay, you are watching a movie that's made. There's gonna be some far. It's just like Day After Tomorrow was far fetched. Get over it.
Last Night was a good one.
I don't think I've heard of that one.
I just put a link to it in the chat room. It was good.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I only just watched Interstellar.
Has anybody seen Kingsman?
Yes, I did.
That was so good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I totally enjoyed that.
I kind of didn't really go for the little list that Samuel L. Jackson had, but
oh well, yeah, but Samuel L. Jackson, like, he's kind of running out. He's been in so many fucking movies.
Oh God, no, man. He's in like what was it? A string of like 3 years that he was there, and every time you turn around,
every fucking movie that
it was like him, and then Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, dude, do you ever rest?
Oh, Seventh Son was good too. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I watched that. I don't know. I'm still kind of out on that.
It was not exceptional. It was good.
Okay. Jeff Bridges, he acted like he had marbles in his mouth the whole movie.
Yeah.
Um,
He's another one that's kind of played out. So
yeah.
now I haven't seen Mad Max yet. I don't know.
Oh, I saw that too.
And
I saw Mad Max.
That's the video movie.
Yeah, I saw it, and it's what I expected. Fortunately, George Miller was there at the helm doing it. It just like with the original, not a lot of dialogue from Max at all throughout most of the movie. Charlize Theron had more dialogue with the script than Tom Hardy.
Oh.
So a lot of blowing up, a lot of car chasing and a lot of stuff like that. Just like it's just like with the original in a way. But don't expect a lot of dialogue from Tom Hardy because it's just not there. Which in Mel Gibson in the first one, he said all of 13 words in the whole movie, I think. So
that's probably better.
Yeah.
Oh, another one I saw was Tomorrowland. I enjoyed that too. So.
That looks good.
Yeah.
It was okay. I mean, it wasn't like exceptional again, but it was good.
Thought about
actually has a really good like lesson to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought about seeing that. I was going to watch Avengers in the IMAX here in Arizona Mills, and I sat down and they had a 15-minute preview of Tomorrowland before Avengers. And it was it was one of the main parts where the girl was going into the house and then whatever shoot 'em up people come in and blah blah blah. It's like 15 minutes, and I'm like, am I in the right movie?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's the first time I've ever experienced that. The director came on screen and said, and this is Tomorrowland and blah, blah, blah. So I'm expecting a little more than just a 30 seconds or 60-second preview. I'm expecting maybe 5 minutes. 15 minutes later, it's just getting over with. I'm like, oh my God.
It's like half the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch one of the big set pieces.
I think Tomorrowland, like the special effects were excellent. Even though the link I posted, not a great bootleg, but I mean, that's when once it comes out, I will watch again. That's the thing. The nice thing about Putlocker is if you go on it, they will tell you if it's a bad quality.
Yeah.
Like right above the video, it says here. I'm going to read it to you in a minute. Hold on, as soon as I find it. TV. I have to go through my files here. Wait. Because I know there's a couple of them that were yesterday. Here, Tomorrowland. Okay. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Poltergeist. Okay, here it says notice. Right above it, it says notice this movie is poor quality, but the best version is on the internet at this time. As soon as a better quality version is found, the movie will be updated. So they give you like if you look below it, it gives you like 3 or 4 versions that you can get it from. So
looks similar to a site I use for watching. Well, there's one for anime and then there's one for TV shows, and they have it that way where it's basically a file spider. They look out for things that like episode whatever, and they link it in so you can get 3 or 4 copies.
Right.
The only problem I've run into is like there's an episode of one of the cartoons I'm trying to get, and the only copy is it sounds like it came from an old TV because it's got a low static hiss. And it's got 4 versions, and they all are the same version.
Wow.
So that's the only problem is sometimes you get stuff like that, and you get 4 links to 4 crap versions because there's only one out there.
The thing is with Putlocker is like the best version will be like if you just click on the video that's available and not scroll down, that will be the best version available.
Oh, that's nice.
So, RT, did you say you had seen Mad Max or no?
No, no. I'll give that one a miss. I didn't even like the second and third movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
I want to know how Mad Max is, because I might actually want to go to a theater and see that. I know that's
Well,
bizarre.
I would see it in a theater. I would suggest seeing it in the theater.
Oh, okay. So you thought it was good?
I thought it was good.
Yeah,
But
because that's something like has so much going on it, that like the scenery and all that, that I can't imagine like watching it even on a big screen TV
all right.
would be the same feeling. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of explosions. There's a lot of car chasing. If you're the kind of person that wants to go and see a movie and expect a lot of dialogue and a story, don't see Mad Max, because you ain't gonna get it.
Yeah.
You just aren't gonna get it. It's I would see it. I mean, it's not the best movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not a bad movie. I would see it in the theater, though.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing with Tomorrowland. That's something that honestly would probably be much better seen in a theater. I don't like theaters, so like for me to go to a theater, it would have to be the last movie I actually went to in a theater was the second. God, I can't think of the name of it. It's Vampires and Werewolves.
Vampires and Werewolves. Twilight?
The second Underworld.
Underworld.
Oh, those were good.
Long time ago.
Yeah. Now they are coming out with another movie in Underworld.
Are they really? Oh my god!
Yeah. I remember hearing about that.
Kate Beckinsale's playing the role again.
Oh, good.
So
no, I think the last time I went to the movies was the final Harry Potter movie.
Yeah.
Whoa,
that's full of children.
I saw the first.
Oh, come on, RT, you gotta expect that.
I went to the first or the second theater, the first and the second Harry Potter, and then the girl that I used to go to the theater with, she quit where I work, so we kind of lost touch. So we used to leave work early at like 2:30 and go to like one of the matinees during the week on like Wednesday. Yep. So there was nobody there. There was no children, no nothing.
Yep. That's when I went to see Avengers. I'm like, screw this shit. I'm not gonna go see it on a fucking Friday.
Avengers was good. I enjoyed that.
Monday afternoon, I went and saw it. If
it's a movie I really, really want to see, I'll just wait for it to come out on Blu-ray and watch it at home.
Yeah.
I got my 65-inch ultra high definition TV.
We have a nice TV too. So, but sadly, it's rarely. I mean, it hasn't been turned on in weeks. Sad. That's so sad. The nice thing is I have the Apple TV on there, so like if I find something on one of these other sites or on YouTube or not YouTube, Hulu or any of those, I can watch it on that TV too.
Yeah, well, I've got all my movies converted and on iTunes.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go and find the disc. I can just go to iTunes, the Apple TV, and watch it.
I don't.
Now, a friend of mine just gave me a terabyte of porn to put on there as well, so that's handy.
How long ago did I buy this Christmas? It was Christmas, and I think I might have sat in the living room like 4 times.
Goodness.
Actually, like if we had people over, I would have to dust off the leather couch. So it's probably dusty. That's sad, right? Oh my. Mr. Mike is doing such a bang up job in the chat room.
Yeah, like that dude banging that dude up against the wall in the earlier post.
Well, I'm looking at the guy that's just like standing there with his head up.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking beautiful. He's got those nice big fucking silver dollar nipples.
Goodness.
No, I just go straight to the comfy gutters.
Yeah. I love me some nipples. So All right. Let me go get another cocktail, then we'll come back and I'll say goodbye. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mhm.
I may have to go to it's called the Cinegrand, the dollar thing, and they have Ex Machina there now. So I could actually go to the theater and watch that.
Well, yeah, I think I want to see that, but Ex Machina is like one of those movies that I don't want to say it got lost in the shuffle with all the big ones that are out there like Avengers but it's kind of like what dare I say, kind of like a sleeper movie that's kind of sticking around.
Right.
It's been in the theater for a while.
Yeah, I don't go to the theater much, and it wasn't until about a month or a month and a half ago that I even knew we had what we call a dollar theater. I think it's $3.50, and then Tuesdays I think it's $1.75.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. It's in a mall that honestly hasn't been a mall for almost a decade now. It's pretty much an office building. So the Cinegrand pretty much opened up and nobody noticed. But there have been a few big movies that have been over there, so I've heard a lot of people talking about it more. So I'm going to, when Age of Ultron gets down there, I'm definitely going to see it.
Oh
Because it's just, hell, $3.50 or $3.75 to see something like that.
Of course. Yeah.
I think the last time I paid prices like that was for Return of the Jedi when it came out, and I think it still cost me $5.
Oh my goodness, Return of the Jedi, dude, that was in 1984, 83.
And this is the exact same theater.
Wow.
So, and I went there like 3 weeks. I went there 3 months straight and saw it. Every week that I got allowance, we came into Mankato and I watched Return of the Jedi every single week. So it got to the point there were like 6 of us there, and we pretty much all knew the entire movie.
See, you did the same thing like I did when Jurassic Park came out in 1993.
I did it with Independence Day too. Independence Day was a wonderful theater movie.
Yeah.
That was a really fun movie to see on a big screen. It's stuff like that. I know a lot of people are like, well, get a big screen TV. It's like you're talking at the most a 60-inch TV, and you're trying to replicate a 30 by 50 foot screen. I don't care how big that TV is. When you see it on a screen, it doesn't compare.
Yeah. Now, there's a place in the Arizona Mill called Cons that I went and just looked around the other day, and they had this curved 70-inch Samsung TV. And the thing was amazing. I mean, just the clarity, the clearness on that TV was just unreal. And I wasn't that close to it, and I felt like I was like the only one there because it was curved and just showing these pictures of mountains and animals and grass, so they could really show off the HD. And then I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's like an old IMAX nature program.
Yeah.
That's what they used to run in the IMAX all the time.
Do what, RT?
I've got a 100-inch screen, but my projector broke, and I just can't justify buying another projector.
Oh, where would you find a projector?
That's good. Oh no, you can still buy projectors. They're very popular.
I haven't seen one in a while though.
You mean like a old pull-down screen?
No, he means the one where you have the actual projector that you have the screen on the wall.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. We used to have a real film reel projector, and we had one of those.
Yeah.
So you can buy an LCD projector for about $2,000.
Yeah. I remember when the old big screens started coming out years ago. If I'm not mistaken, you'd have this big screen that was about as big as a house, and
That's
Literally,
a big
yeah.
screen.
And you'd pull out this freaking bottom of the big screen, and there's this big camera or a projection that would project the image onto the screen,
Yeah.
and that was like amazing to me. Nowadays, it's like what I was just talking about with when I went into the cons the other day with that 70-inch Samsung curved 1080p television that was sitting in there.
Now, wait,
Mhm.
can I interrupt?
Yep.
What is the thing with the curved?
Well, what the thing with the curve is that
It's
it's supposed to get you engulfed in the whole freaking whatever you're
Yeah.
watching.
Which is fine if you've got one chair set up
So
in
it's
the
a
perfect position.
Yeah.
But have you seen the new LG laser projector?
Hmm.
It sits about a foot away from the wall and projects upwards, and you can get a 120-inch picture out of it.
Wow.
now, yeah, but those are like really ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were actually considering because we had that big flat wall. Well, it's a big brick wall, but we were like going to put something on it. We were considering doing that because we have like literally, it's like I think it's 22 feet wide, or no, it's 11 feet. I don't remember, but anyway, it's a big wall with a brick behind our couch. And we're
Yeah.
considering like moving the couch to the other side and putting the TV up there and doing a projector off the ceiling and da da da. But then we started pricing them, and like the cheapest ones were like $800.
Jeez.
Decent.
Oh, you poor things. Oh. Come to Australia. See how expensive things are here.
No, I've heard Liam's battle of trying to get a decent computer over there. I'll pass.
Yeah.
Mr. Mike said he's got an Epson video projector.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, the Epson's the one I was looking at.
that's what he looks at porn on. That's why he's so good.
Yeah. The,
Yeah.
the JVCs are good, and I think the Mitsubishi projectors are also really good.
Yeah, but they're just crazy expensive.
Yeah.
Only because, like, if it was something that I watched on a regular basis, like,
Yeah, and you got to have a dedicated room for it. Like, you've got to have a dark room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, like, no, I just can't imagine.
Well, can you imagine the big spooge shots in case they just, if they accidentally hit the camera?
Well, I couldn't do that because there's a window on the other side. Like, behind me would be a window.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't.
Yeah.
I couldn't look at porn on it. So no, that's not happening.
But you don't have curtains?
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
Just saying.
Still, I mean, I'm gonna have to close.
Well,
You have to see how my house is set up. My house is like the entire front wall is I think it's 22, 30. It's like 35 feet long, and it's all one continuous wall, and it's almost all windows. So like there's these set behind where I was talking about. There's a set of 3 big like a bow window, and then about like maybe 3 feet away, maybe 4 feet. Let's say 4 feet. There's 5 windows. And then maybe 4 feet away from that, there's 2 big windows. Like my whole front of my house is windows, so I would have to close everything off in order to like watch porn in the living room. So if I did that, now where I have it now, I could watch it because nobody could see it. So
Right.
Yeah, well, I've just got bush out the back. No one can see. Yay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
windows.
Quite a glare there.
God.
Yeah. And the sun's over the other side.
Wow.
So, yeah, no, it's just bush out there. It's great.
You want some of the rain clouds I've got that have been hovering for the past 3 days and
Oh,
haven't
no.
done a damn thing?
I was so mad I couldn't go. Like barely. I rode my. I think Friday I took the bike to work, and that was it. It was like the rest of the week. It was like rain every day. I was so tired of it.
Yeah, we've had torrential rain here.
See, I don't know what the deal is. We haven't had, except for yesterday and the day before yesterday here in southern Arizona, it hasn't rained a drop. But yet my friends in Texas are swimming in boats because they can't. even when I was back home in Texas, I can't remember a spring where these storms were this bad. It had literally been raining in Texas for 2 months.
I know, like almost every day.
Yeah, and it's just recently stopped. All the lakes are finally full. They're no more. They're not in a drought. They said with the amount of rain that Texas has gotten, they estimated that the whole state could be filled up to 8 inches of water. That's 35 trillion gallons.
Now, if our government would invest in a pipeline to run the water from Texas up to California,
Yeah.
all of our problems would be solved. But that would not be possible.
Yeah, but that'll make it harder for
We
Texas
won't
to
do
succeed.
that. We don't
No,
want
they'd rather do an oil pipeline from Canada that doesn't benefit anyone.
Yeah.
And of course, California is like starving for water, but Nestle's is still allowed to
Exactly.
bottle water. So,
Exactly.
Don't you
Yeah,
love
thank you.
capitalism?
oh yeah,
Coca-Cola does that over here as well.
California got a little bit more snow there at the very end of the season, at the very end, to kind of put a little bit more pack in the mountains. But
Yeah.
it was like, because they were sitting at 5%. I think now it was like ended up being like 10 to 15%.
But now when California is like bragging about how wonderful California is, we can all say, yeah, but we got water. Well,
When there's more water in Phoenix, Arizona than the whole state of California, then there's a problem.
Yes, there is.
oh, did you
Yeah.
hear
Well-
they found blue spots on Mars?
Blue spots.
Like,
Really?
Like what? Like
Ice.
liquid
Ice.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's recent. You have to look it up. I'm not.
But no, I remember driving into Palm Springs and we go, okay, well, there's just desert on one side and there's just nothing but green golf courses on the other. And we go, that can't be good.
Oh yeah. I know where you drove in. It was on Highway 111, because he's right.
Yeah.
Because it was like, as soon as you get off I-10, if you're going into Palm Springs from like LA, you go off and then there's desert, and then all of a sudden you see golf courses and greenery on the one side and the left, and then you see a mountain and nothing but rock and dirt on the right. It's like, oh God.
That's the one thing about Arizona, man. You could find green pastures if you need them, and you could go out. You can find snow if you need it in the middle of summer. So
Yeah.
there are places you can go. It's a big state, but my parents actually miss going to like up in the mountains during the summer.
Uh-huh.
Go up in the mountains during the summer and work at a campground, but they've gotten too old for that, so they said it's too much work.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't so much the work; it was the aggravation, because we see a lot of people that like they'd be like they worked at the campground. There'd be like a lot of people that would come in and say, "Oh yeah, we have 5 people," and then like my parents would go for a walk around the property because they maintain the property. And there'd be like 20 people sitting at their campsite. And they'd be like, where are all these people coming? Because they would park like right outside, like on the road, side of the thing, and then walk through the woods and come in.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is that? Like, well, I tried to explain to them. It's like, why do you care? Like, it's not like I was like, well, it's not right. Well, you give them a hard time, and the next time maybe they'll pay for 28.
Yeah.
So it's not taking money out of your pocket. What do you care?
Oh, true.
But he said the biggest aggravation was a lot of people would leave and they wouldn't clean up.
Oh God. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
bad.
They wound up going up and having to clean up. So we got to talk to the people that own the place and say they got to take a, with a reservation, you get a credit card number, and if they don't clean up, then you charge them for it. So.
Yep.
He said that. My dad said the guy.
All right, Gavin.
Is it out there? Can't spin it up. Spin
He
it
said
up.
the guy that owned the place didn't want to do that, so said it would scare people away because there's a lot of competition in the area. So,
Mm-hmm.
well, then you just deal with it, As my attitude at work, I get paid by the hour. I don't care what I'm doing, whatever. If you want to pay me a commission, that's a different story. I
Oh yeah.
work a little faster.
Yeah, that's it. I'm on salary. I don't care how much work's left over.
Exactly.
5 o'clock, I'm out of there.
Yeah, and Jim does what's he do? He does like 10 hours a day for 4 days, or no, he does 8 hours, 9 hours a day for 4 days, and then he leaves at lunch on Friday.
Okay.
He's out the door at 11 o'clock. So I was like, good for you. He used to take every Friday off because he never takes enough vacation because he's been there for 30 years. I think he was like right out of high school. So he says they accumulate vacation where he works. So like every week that you work 40 hours, you get a certain amount of time.
Oh,
He said
that's
that yeah, I know. I've worked that. I don't like that, but he says that he accumulates so much that if he doesn't use it, he loses it. So every summer,
Yep.
he takes off Fridays. He just doesn't even work Fridays, so he works 4 days a week.
wow. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I'm taking vacation, and my friend Keith is coming down then on the 19th because my anniversary with Walmart is the 29th of June of this
How
month.
long you been there?
11 years.
Oh, okay.
So if I don't use it by then I'll lose it. So I'm like, screw that. I'm gonna take my shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So
they don't.
Yeah.
Do they allow you to cash it out?
No, what they do allow is like, okay, well, you can take your vacation days and you can still work your 40 a week if you want.
Right. Okay.
So you do it that way. I could,
So it's the same.
yeah, I could work 40 hours but get paid for the 80. So it's kind of the same thing, but no, they don't do the cashing thing out anymore.
Yeah. See, where I work, if you say I have an emergency, they don't really go into like asking you what it is.
Mhm.
And if you say, oh, I have a situation where I need money, I said, let me cash out a week of my vacation time. They'll just write me a check for 40 hours.
Oh.
So, and literally like write me a check right from the company.
Oh, okay.
Not from the payroll company. So, like they'll get it like within the next day.
Mm.
So, which is always nice.
Yeah.
Because they have they know what the payroll taxes is for 40 hours. So.
Mm-hmm. But this last check, my store got bonus. I think each one of the hourlies got like $500 bonus on this past paycheck that we just got on Thursday. So that was good. And then I've been getting overtime every week. Plus, this past week we got paid on Memorial Day for holiday pay.
How do they work your holidays there? Like you have floating holidays, or do you just get paid for the holiday even if you work, or?
Well, the way they work, I mean, we get paid for certain, the bigger holidays and whatnot. So, if I know they're thinking of changing this,
like 4th of July falls on Saturday this year.
Oh well, yeah. If you work, if you'll get paid for 4th of July, if you work, especially if you've been there longer than a year or 6 months. If you've been there longer than 6 months, then you'll get paid holiday pay.
Okay, so technically, if you work, you get paid double time.
Yeah. So, like, I worked Memorial Day. I was off that whole weekend, but I worked Memorial Day, so I got paid for 16 hours. But yeah, I mean, we get paid all the holidays, and I know at one time they used to, if you have to work your schedule. So if you don't work,
well, of course, yeah.
Then you don't get it. But yeah, we get paid for all the major holidays.
Where I work, if you get paid, if say the holiday falls on a Monday,
yeah,
which most of them do, of course, with the exception of like 4th of July and
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
If you work the holiday, they will give you like say Fourth of July is coming up on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to give us, because it's on a Saturday, they would give us Friday off.
Right.
Now the next time it comes up on maybe Sunday, they would give us Monday off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how they do it. But say, okay, this one comes up on a Saturday. Say they need me to work Saturday. I will work, but they'll still pay me the holiday. So it's basically double time and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So now we
No, I'm
work.
just sitting here laughing at all this.
Huh?
I'm just sitting here laughing at all of this.
Why?
Well,
Because he
if
gets it's
you,
different in Australia.
yeah, like we get all our holidays paid. We get 4 weeks annual leave. That's the minimum. You get
Yeah. Well,
long service
that's the
leave.
way it should be. But
But if you worked in, say, if you worked in retail and a Monday was a public holiday, you would get double time for the Monday, and you'd still get paid anyway. So you'd effectively on triple time worked your public holiday.
yeah.
Well, see now that at least in Walmart it goes. If you've been with a company, I think it's like 15 years or longer. Back then, you got paid if you worked, say, on a Sunday, then you got paid time and a half if you worked on a Sunday.
Okay. Now, but I have a counter to what RG says. Now, if you work in retail, you get triple time basically, or
Mm.
triple time and a half if you work the holiday. But we can get a computer for $500.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Point taken.
yeah,
Oh,
But I can go to the hospital and get fixed for nothing.
yeah, you got a point there. Yeah, all right.
yeah,
Good counter. Good counter.
yeah. RT, I guess.
Like I've always said, not everything is perfect.
Look, I love America, but I could not live there.
Yeah,
It's just too frightening.
yeah. It sound like because well, actually, my friend Christian, he lives in Australia, is over here, and I think RT, I think he does kind of like the same thing you do. When I think, what is it, you come over here for like a month or so?
Yeah.
And yeah, he's doing that right now because he goes everywhere: Seattle, Vancouver, Detroit, Palm Springs, you know, you name it. He goes everywhere, and it seems we get a month vacation after what I say, 15 years. But there's no way in West Hell that they're going to let us take a month off unless we're sick.
Oh no,
Oh,
you
so-
can take a month all at one time.
No, they're not going to let us take a whole month at one time
Now,
unless we're sick.
RT, I have a question, and I forgot what it was.
No.
Well, at the moment, my boss has been running around
Oh.
trying to plan leave for next year because the way it works, we accumulate leave. So, you accumulate so many days or hours for every week you work, and that's a liability on the company's balance sheet.
Mm.
So if you try and hold out your holidays, it means that the company owes you money, and that doesn't look good. So they try and make you pay for your holidays. But I've got long service leave, and I took 2 weeks of that when I went over to America last time, and I can only split that once. So somewhere along the track, I have to take 6 weeks in a row holidays.
Wow.
Well, you can come visit me.
I'm trying to work it out. It's the money.
I'll
I've got
tell
to
you
work out
Atlantic
how I can afford to stay in America for 6 weeks. I want to go over there for winter. I want to see a winter.
Oh, then you
Like
definitely want to
I
go
want
over
a
to
white
the East
Christmas.
Coast. You definitely want to go to the East Coast then. Jeez, you'll definitely see a white Christmas there.
You want to come at Christmas time? That would be awesome.
Mm.
We have a friend from Finland that comes.
That's probably like a summer holiday from them.
Yeah, that would be a summer holiday for you. Yeah. Oh, I remember the question I wanted to ask you. When are you eligible for retirement?
Well, we've been screwed
No,
over
not
yet.
you personally, but like average age.
It depends on your age, and the rules keep changing. So I now have to wait until I'm 67.
Oh, okay. Now, do they have like basically what we consider Social Security there?
Well, we've got Social Security, which is basically it's just in consolidated revenue. It's not like a separate pension fund. But that, because of the amount of baby boomers retiring, that's unsustainable. So since the late 80s, we've had what we call compulsory superannuation, which is basically putting away for your retirement.
Oh, okay. Well, we have
Yeah,
401ks here.
yeah, well, the companies pay that. So, like, whatever my wage is,
But
um,
we pay like I personally put $100 a week away,
oh, see, the company has to pay
and
it for us. So it's
my
9%.
company, well, my company matches that 25 cents on the dollar. So every week I put basically $125 away.
Oh, see, I no, whatever my wage is, the company has to put 9% of that into superannuation. And
Oh,
if I
okay.
wanted to, I could pay more, and that would be tax deductible.
See, that seems a lot more logical to me. I mean,
Yeah, and that's going to go up to 12% eventually.
the problem in the U.S. is we have put ourselves in a position where Social Security you can't say to somebody like me who is going to be 55 this year, okay, you can't say to me, in 10 years you're not going to have Social Security. You can't like just stop it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And the problem is the U.S. has taken so much money out of the Social Security coffers to pay for all these wars we've done
mm.
and pay for this, that, and the other thing. Like that all goes into a general fund. And so they basically robbed us all over the last 30 years.
Yeah,
And like the money is not available. So they depend on the oops.
The hell was that?
That's my little stand. They
Oh,
basically depend
okay.
on other people paying into it to pay us.
yeah. Ours just comes out of our taxes. It's
So
not. It's not a
in
fund.
other words,
It's just an expense for the government.
right. It's a Ponzi scheme, but there's no way out of it now because they've robbed all the money that
Yeah,
should be in the coffers. So that, and my attitude is, bitch, and you better give it to me. So
yeah. Well, see, I mean, we do have a little bit too much social security over here. Like we pay people to have children, which just drives me insane.
yeah, I find that
So you know, someone on an average wage
th-
with a couple of kids
at a
effectively doesn't pay any tax.
time there was a reason for that.
Yeah,
Now overpopulation, no, that should stop. So
well, see, during the last mining boom, our previous right-wing leader decided to pay all these benefits to people that have children. And of course, that was all coming from mining tax. Now the commodities prices have plummeted. That income's not there anymore, but they're still paying it out. So our taxes are just going to subsidise people's lifestyles because they've just decided to have a couple of kids. So, you know, but no government is now willing to wind that back. So we're stuck with this deficit where we've got to continue to pay these people to have children,
right,
but all our revenue is dropping.
yeah.
And then, you know, they go, oh, because
Now
the government we've got at the moment is the Tea Party. We've got a Tea Party government at the moment.
oh, you have a Tea Party government now.
Well, effectively, yeah.
I know you guys are not. The majority of the people I know in Australia are not happy with your PM. So
Oh
No,
no,
he's
no,
a fucking idiot.
no. Christian is like
We warned people. We warned people about it.
Christian
Even
hates.
my auntie, Yeah,
But he
my
got
auntie was like,
but he got reelected.
no, he's only been elected once.
Oh, I thought he was reelected. Okay.
No,
Oh,
there was a party spill. See, we don't directly elect the prime minister.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
okay.
we vote for our party, and then all the majority party then votes for their leader. So he was the leader going in. But if he makes stupid decisions, his party can decide to get rid of him, and we'll get a new prime minister without having an election.
Right. Okay.
And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to put enough pressure on him that his party will go, well, he's dead weight, and get rid of him.
Oh, we got triplets in the chat room.
yep.
But
This is
yeah,
the this is,
Creepy and hot at the same time.
oh yeah.
yeah.
This is the
But
longest show I have ever been on.
Why?
No, I said the longest show.
Oh, 3 hours.
Yeah, I usually before now you're saying, okay, I gotta go to bed because it's like what 10 o'clock out there.
I have another beverage now, so.
You can blame me for that. Just ask the 5x5 how long Glitter and the Geek usually end up running.
Oh, jeez.
It's
Yeah.
20-minute episodes he's putting out. We're talking for about 2.5 hours.
And I got yard work to do tomorrow.
yeah, I should go for a bike ride.
Yeah, that'll get done. Well, I found
So
out.
yeah, that's
I found out today.
So that-
Jim is not coming home until late Monday, so I
Oh.
could actually do part of it Monday if I want.
Okay.
yeah. I think that's where our political system's different because we've got compulsory voting. So both parties have to appear to be in the middle. And it's only once you're elected that you find out their true agenda. Like what our current Prime Minister's tried to do is just so far right to what he was proposing at the election. Like he can't get, like they've got a majority in both houses and they still can't get their budget passed from last year.
Hey, that sounds
Because
familiar.
their own
Yeah,
party
it
won't let them
does.
pass it.
See, the one thing that would totally change the way the U.S. does things would be if. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh,
Sorry.
I got Gavin.
Oh, it's
You
great.
did that. You did. Now I gotta go pee. I'll be back.
But the one thing that would change if we got away from the electoral college and just went with majority vote,
Oh yeah, the Republicans would never get back in.
the Republicans would never get elected. So, but that's not going to happen. So,
Well, see,
Actually- Oh, go ahead.
our Liberal Party, which is stupidly our most conservative party, there's actually two parties. There's the Liberal Party and there's the National Party. And the National Party are supposed to be looking after, like, they're more for the country, looking after the farmers and their interests.
right.
So they're aligned with the Liberal Party, who's doing nothing but improving open cut coal mines and coal seam gas. So the National Party has to go along with it, even though they should be for the farmers and stopping all that shit. So, which is why our Greens Party's now getting more and more powerful.
Well, it should
And
be.
while it's good that they've got, a
See,
say
the sad
in
thing
representation, we don't want them to leave.
The sad thing is,
power.
like you're talking about the Liberal Party, which is actually not a liberal party.
No.
Which
And they've gone
I don't
so far to the
understand
right.
why they're allowed to be called that. Like that just bothers the crap out of me. So
Yeah. But yeah, they're following the American system. And
I mean,
just,
I'm not totally liberal. Everybody thinks
No, I mean, I sit squarely in the middle.
no. A lot of people tend to think I tend to be liberal, and I'm really not. I'm not a total liberal. On a lot of arguments, I side on the side of like the libertarians. So in reality,
See,
but a lot of people think that libertarians are like Tea Party people, and they're really not. It's just that like it's been drafted by, like if you actually went to the Libertarian Party website and looked at what their agenda is, it's really their platform is totally different than the Republican Party.
Oh yeah.
But like when you say libertarian, they automatically think Tea Party. Well,
Yeah.
no,
See,
I am so not a Tea Partier.
I'm fairly financially conservative. Like, I think there's too much welfare here, but I'm also fairly green.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
I don't think,
tend to
you
be
know,
like
and,
that.
I'm anti-corporation because once it's once they get too much power,
Yeah,
you've got to go the other way to try and balance it. But
like
you know, as
one of the things I think that um, Obama did wrong was to do away with the concept that Clinton put in place, where there was a 5 year limit on welfare,
Hmm.
yeah,
and that was wrong. It's like, I'm sorry, like, 5 years, your kid's in elementary school, go get a job.
Yeah,
yeah,
you don't have to get me started on things like welfare or WIC.
Well, WIC is limited in general, so it's not like that's like something that people can have forever. So when somebody goes on food stamps or WIC, WIC helps children. That's period. So I'm good with that. I don't care. There's no argument against it.
No,
But
I'm not
when,
arguing.
when it comes to food stamps, that's a limited issue. That's not something that like can go on for years and years and years.
Yeah,
oh, see, see
WIC.
our social security
That's
system,
something to help people to get through a bad time.
Hmm.
yeah,
So
WIC.
but
I'm
our
not.
social security system, you don't have to work at all. Like we've got children growing up whose grandparents have never worked a day in their lives because the government looks after them. Like, they get government housing and they get unemployment benefits and they get all of this. They never have to work, and that's
what
that's wrong.
that's like
The
what
problem is,
England
if you
calls pensioners, right?
yeah, yeah, but if you try and stop that, the people rorting the system now will continue to rort it, and the people that genuinely need it will be the ones that get cut off.
Right.
Whereas, as sucky as the system is, it's kind of necessary. But you know, I think the government should be spending just money on infrastructure, health, and education.
Education first, because the only way a country survives in the long run is through educating the children.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah, we've
the
gone down the
smarter
same
your,
path as
the
you.
smarter your population, the more innovation there is that
Yeah.
exists. So,
See, we've
education
we've
first.
gone down the American path for
And
university degrees.
America education seems to be like on the decline. Like they are so.
Well, on the decline if you can't afford it, which is what we're doing. Like, we've got $100,000 university degrees now.
Mr.
So do
Mr.
you
Mike,
want your doctor to be someone that could afford it, or someone that's actually good at it from a public school? Yeah.
I'm reading Veritable Virgo's post. It says part of problems here is that for some people, bad times never end because they're. You use too many big words. There is a persistent state of poverty. And I totally agree with that. If we increase the minimum wage, the living wage, we could scale back. See, permanent government. Okay, I totally agree with that. However, and there is a definite right side to the argument that if you increase the minimum wage, you're going to increase prices. I understand that the um the what is it? Like the battle between different stores
Yeah.
definitely put that down. However, the cost of living in general is a made up thing. There are things that determine the cost of living in general, like say there's a frost in Florida, it's going to make the prices of oranges more expensive. That definitely happens. That shit happens. However, just the overall cost of living is a made up thing, and just the cost of gas prices every year, with the exception of this year, which I find and makes me out to be a liar, but with the exception of this year, every year before summer and before the holidays, the cost of gas goes up.
Yeah.
Why is that? There's no reason for it. It's always, they just know people are going to spend more money at that period of time. So let's jack the prices up. We're going to make up some shit to make it sound like there's a reason. And that's all it is. The shit is all made up. Cost of living is nonsense as far as I'm concerned. There are things that determine certain things, but in general, it's all made up.
But prices do go up, and if your minimum wage doesn't change,
it's something to increase
further and further behind.
It's something to increase profit. They find this little niche, and they say, "Well, this we have to raise our prices because of this." It's all. It's
so
all.
This is something that the right wing don't get. Like they do all these tax cuts for the rich. They create jobs, but the thing that creates jobs is people in lower and middle classes having discretionary money to spend.
Right, exactly. If you hand a million,
you need more income than the bare minimum to survive, because all that extra income drives the economy.
If you hand somebody that makes $100,000 a year, $100 seems like nothing, right?
Yeah.
You hand well, okay, you don't know RT because the people there make more money, but the cost of living is higher. But if you hand somebody in the United States that makes $100,000 a year and is living within their means, $100, no big deal. You hand somebody making $25,000 a year, $100, it's going to get spent. That is what runs the economy. So why would you hand somebody that makes $100,000 a year or $250,000 a year $100? Why not hand it to the person that's going to spend it?
Exactly.
Because that is what stimulates the economy. It's just common sense.
I mean, our Prime Minister thinks that people on $180,000 a year are struggling. And some of them are because they're mortgaged up to the hilt. I mean, I live paycheck to paycheck. My money goes in, all my bills and mortgage come out, and that's what I've got to live on for the rest of the month. I don't save anything.
Well, see, I'm the ultimate liberal, even though I've said I'm not a liberal, but I'm the ultimate liberal because I don't live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, I'm not rich, don't get me wrong.
No.
I'm very comfortable. You know, I'm at a situation where I've done very well for myself, and but I still know what it's like to struggle. I remember that. I mean,
I'm not saying I'm struggling. I mean, shit, I've got 3 cars.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
3 cars, I'm struggling, but you know, I don't.
I have one in a motorcycle. Does that count?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, I got recalls on both of my vehicles.
Oh gosh.
What for?
The motorcycle I got. There's something they have to add to the exhaust system that because they tend to overheat if you're idle too long and you're like stop and go traffic, which I don't deal with, but you know I understand. I'm still gonna get it fixed. And on the Jeep, it's something to do with the clutch, some kind of spring in the clutch that. I don't leave my car in drive or in first when I start it. I always keep it in neutral. But if, like, for people that live in hills or whatever, if you leave your car in, like, first when you start it, this spring is supposed to keep your car from jerking forward when you start it. And apparently this is not something that like the spring is worn out. So I have to get that fixed. So now I have two things I have to get fixed. So when Jim gets back, we'll deal with that. I have to pee again. God damn it.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to go as well.
All right.
Yeah,
You know what?
I
Let's
think
say
we'd
goodnight.
better
Before
take
I
off.
waste the rest of the day.
Let's say goodnight. Or
Okay.
Good night.
good afternoon, RT Cruiser.
Yeah, it's just after you now.
It's afternoon there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Good night,
Okey-dokey.
guys.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.